Welcome to O.Co Coliseum in Oakland, California, where they do it right outside, tailgating before Game 4 of the 4-game series between the Red Sox and the Oakland A's. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, along with Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, as it turns out, the Red Sox are trying to salvage the fourth and final game of this series today. And they hand the baseball to John Lester. They hope can get it done.
Well, you're looking for a stopper again. We've been saying that all year. It's crazy, some of the sweeps on both sides. The Red Sox have got swept a lot, and they've done the same. But they've got to avoid this 4-game sweep, and they got the right guy on the mound, John Lester. You go back to when he punched out 15 guys earlier in May. 15 punch-outs against the A's, and you always remember a game like that. He's thrown a no-hitter before in his career, but this 15 punch-out, 1-walk game was probably his best game ever. So you take that to the mound, and the mound recently, he's been throwing the ball well. He's been consistently throwing strikes. He's in complete command of the strike zone. This is one of his best years as far as control is concerned, over a strikeout an inning, and you see what he's done in the month of June. He's got it going on. They need him desperately to have a big game today.
Well, the Red Sox need to have a big game before they move on to Seattle. Brock Holt will be at the top of the order again for the Red Sox. He is doing it all, whether it be defensively or offensively. Brock Holt has been the man for Boston, hoping to do it again today. Red Sox and Oakland A's coming up next. Southwest Airlines. Toyota's website for deals via Toyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts. Your New England Ford dealers. AT&T Mobility. And by your Subaru of New England dealers. Welcome back to O.Co Coliseum in Oakland, California. The Oakland A's have taken the field. Let's check in downstairs with Jamie Erdahl.
Well, Don, the Red Sox 45 quality starts to start this season and second in the American League, none other than behind the Oakland A's, who have 49. And the Red Sox rotation certainly has found that groove lately, holding teams to very minimal runs. But John Farrell says this new influx of healthy and available pitchers in the middle of this week, with Clay Buchholz and Brandon Workman available for Wednesday's undetermined start in Seattle, will not be a distraction from the Red Sox rotation. And John Farrell is our Geico quote of the day.
We get guys back to us that, particularly Clay's case, when they're back healthy and pitching to their capability, it's just going to further strengthen us. And that's not to set aside just very haphazardly or just nonchalantly the way that Ruby and Brandon have pitched. But we're fortunate we've got a decision like this to make.
Well, the Red Sox today have John Lester on the mound. As I mentioned, the Oakland A's have taken the field. So let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. Leading it off and in right field is Brock Holt with Xander Bogaerts at third base back in there today, batting second. Dustin Pedroia slides to third again. He's at second base with Big Papi David Ortiz at DH. Mike Napoli at first base with Johnny Gomes hitting at .295 against left-handed pitching. Jonathan Herrera is at shortstop today as Stephen Drew is off. David Ross does the catching, and Jackie Bradley Jr. in center field bats ninth. On the mound today for the Oakland A's is Tommy Milone, his 14th start of the year. He is 5-3 with a 3.56 earned run average, 49 Ks to 22 walks. And opponents hitting at .247 against the left-hander. Last against Boston was May 3rd, and it was a 4-inning effort, giving up 6 runs to the Red Sox, 4 walks and 5 strikeouts against Boston. Defensively behind him from third to first, Alberto Callaspo is at third base for the Oakland A's, with Jed Lowry at shortstop, Nick Punto at second base. Kyle Blanks is at first base. Left to right in the outfield, Yoenis Cespedes, Craig Gentry, and Stephen Vogt from left to right. As Derek Norris does the catching for Tommy Milone, the Oakland A's are 11th in fielding percentage in the American League. Now Brock Holt ready to stand in. It is a beautiful day here today in Oakland. Very comfortable conditions. Not a cloud in the sky. And Tommy Milone ready to deal here to Brock Holt to get it started. And first pitch of the ball game is in there for strike one.
Well, the last time we saw Tommy Milone, they lunched him. And, Johnny Gomes hit a grand slam. But since that time, he's won his last 5 decisions. So that's been the last time he got knocked around. So all these Oakland A's pitchers have got it going on.
A very comfortable 60 degrees here today. Lots of sunshine. Oakland A's pitching has been terrific, as we've talked about through this series. This is one thing that they have been incredibly good at so far in the year. They have a 2.97 earned run average as a team. It is the only team in Major League Baseball with an earned run average as a team under 3. And Milone, part of the staff, a 3.56 earned run average individually. It's a strike over and evens a count at 2-2.
Well, he's not exactly going to dazzle you. He doesn't throw the ball 90 miles an hour, but he's got a great changeup, and he has to throw the ball inside to right-handed hitters to make that changeup work. But the guy knows how to pitch, got a good little breaking ball.
Brock Holt's back at it again. A base hit to right field to get it started. And the umpiring crew today. Greg Gibson has the play today, calling the balls and strikes with Phil Cuzzy at first base. The crew chief, Jerry Davis, at second base, and Quinn Walcott is the umpire at third. Now Brock Holt, a base hit to get it started here in the first inning.
I mean, he's doing anything he wants to do. You saw him yesterday hit a base hit to left, center, and right. I mean, they're all line drives. It's not like he's having cheap hits, little ground balls, finding holes. I mean, he's hitting the ball in line.
Xander Bogaerts, who had the day off yesterday, for his last 12. And a pitch outside for ball 1. Bogaerts 0 for 8 in the series against the Oakland A's. As you mentioned, Tommy Milone has won his last 5 straight, 5-0 with a 2.31 earned run average. Their opponent's hitting at .230 against him during that time.
And there you see 86. That's just nothing fastball. He'll turn it over a little bit for a sinker, and he's got a nice little changeup, and really basically just a mediocre breaking ball, but in and out, knows how to pitch, move it around.
Been much better at home so far. He's 3-0, the 2.35 earned run average at home. As Bogaerts will take the strike. Grabs that inside corner.
And he's not afraid to throw inside. He has to throw inside fastballs to right-handed hitters to get him off that changeup.
This is the breakdown home to road, the splits there. happy to be pitching at home today. His 1-2 pitch. In the air to left field for Bogart, sending Cespedes back. It'll take him to the warning track, but he's there and makes the catch. Pulled back to the bag at first with one down. Bogarts gives it a ride, but he's retired for the first out. As we all know, a happy staff equals a productive staff. There's no better way to show your employees a good time than treating them to a night at Fenway Park. Go to redsox.com/groups to book your company outing now.
Boy, Malone's lucky that ball's not out of ballpark. A little off balance a little bit. We've seen the ball jump off of Bogart's bats, even when he's a little off balance. And right there, I thought that ball had a chance.
1 on, 1 out for Dustin Pedroia. Bogarts thought it had a chance too, kind of shaking his head. Thought he had it all, or enough anyway. Soft toss to first and hold back without a problem. Pedroia 4 for 12 in the series. Sit safely in the first 3 games of the series here in Oakland. And he'll take ball 1.
It's kind of like why you would like Pedroia in the second spot. When Holt gets on, I think you could hit and run a little bit better with Pedroia. You know, he can make contact. I know Bogarts has been hitting in the 2 slot for quite a while, but in a perfect world, this is your number 2 hitter.
Fouls it back, and it's 1-1. Yeah, he can plan on contact for the most part, which is a big part of being a number 2 hitter.
I mean, that's his stroke, too, to right field.
Brock Holt to reach base 4 times yesterday, going 3 for 4 with a walk. Is on here in the first inning with a single to right field. Still there with 1 out. And Pedroia will take ball 2, a little bit low. Well, last time out against the Texas Rangers, a winner. He got 10 runs of support. Gave up 3 runs in 5 2/3 innings through 87 pitches.
10 runs, that's enough for a week.
Falls behind. Pedroia to 3-0. He's never beaten Boston. 0-2 with a 13.50 earned run average against the Red Sox in 2 career starts. Now, both of those starts were at Fenway Park. First time that he's faced him here. We'll see if there's any difference for Malone.
There's got to be some action right here. Throw over.
On the ground and into left field, a base hit. Splitting Callaspo and Lowry on the left side of the infield, and Pedroia is aboard with a single as Brock Holt takes second base.
Obviously 3-1. He's going to get a fastball to hit. The ball is down, but he hits this ball in a perfect spot, pulls it in the hole. Not even close. The 5 holes working.
So 2 on, 1 out, and David Ortiz coming up. Chance here for the Red Sox to do some damage in the first inning. 249, 16 homers, 44 runs batted in for Big Papi. And Ortiz takes strike 1. Let's take a look at our Chevy key player. David Ortiz, 3 for 4 lifetime against Malone with 3 solo home runs and 2 walks.
Ooh. Meanwhile, they play the shift, but Punto can't go into the outfield grass like he normally would.
And keeping it tight to the infield here with the double play possibilities. And Ortiz down 0-2, kind of pull it off there.
Just a really, what a funky swing right here. Gets way off balance. We've seen a few of those in this series. Maybe he's setting them up for something. Because that was a bad swing.
David asks for time, backs out. Malone has spun off the backside of the hill. Malone ahead 0-2. And he bluffs off the backside, no throws. Brock Holt returns to the bag at second. Holt at second, Pedroia at first, one down. Outside, and it's 1-2. David Ortiz 3 for 9 in the series against the Oakland A's. Mike Napoli waiting on deck. Something the Red Sox have not had. Trying to grab an early lead in this one here in the first inning. Outside again, 2-2. Everything has been away to David Ortiz.
Well, you can't blame him. The guy's 3 for 4 off him with 3 bombs. So
he remembers, I'm quite sure.
You know he knows. He's not going to try to slip that mediocre cheese by him. That, believe me.
Ortiz strikes out. Stayed away again. First strikeout for Malone is a big one. 2 down here in the inning.
He takes something off right here. This ends up being a strike. This is a good breaking ball. Little slider goes sideways. Might have been a little outside, but close enough for David to take a swing at. A little out front, off balance. Seen some ugly swings. Ortiz punched out yesterday, his last at bat. Otero punched him out on a fastball in that was, so unlike Ortiz in that situation.
2 down, runners at first and second, and Mike Napoli the batter. Napoli at .263, 7 homers and 28 runs driven in. 2 for 11 in the series against the Oakland A's. He will take ball 1.
You'd think with that fastball he wouldn't want to come in on anybody, but like I said before, he has to. He wants to get you out with that little turn me over changeup. There it is right there, but ball 2.
Right around the strike zone, but not getting credit. Malone last year 12-9 with a 4.14 earned run average.
He's got to get ahead in the count to be effective. Like this pitch right now, this is time to go to work here.
Low for ball 3.
I'm afraid to go after him.
Just we were hoping that he'll get himself out at this stage, perhaps, because now you're 3-0.
Well, luckily you got another base to play with.
Napoli taking, and he takes the strike.
Paints him with that little 3-0 soft salad, 86 on the corner.
Just in case he had the green light, I guess.
I guess. But maybe that's his gas.
The salad on the corner could be his gas.
Yes.
3-1 the count. Napoli will walk, just missing low against close pitches, but the bases are loaded. First walk allowed by Malone. Well, can't watch all the World Cup games? Head over to NESN.com for all of your coverage. Visit NESN.com/World Cup to see previews of every game, live blogs of every United States match, and podcasts with international soccer journalists.
We've seen this movie before. Slam back in Fenway Park. Last time he saw Malone. Gomes licking his chops right now.
Bases loaded, 2 down for Johnny Gomes. Has 5 home runs on the year. As I mentioned, 1 against Malone. He's driven in 25 on the year. And he takes strike 1. Malone this time starts off ahead, and a pitch that was called a ball before.
Well, it's not exactly brought in there, 86, but it's paint. He's got to live right there.
On a strike here to Johnny Gomes. Red Sox have Holt at third, Pedroia at second, Napoli at first, 2 down here in the first inning. Gomes will take strike 2.
Look at that.
Right on the corner.
But still, I mean, very hittable. And this is like a nothing fastball. I know it's on the outside corner, but
a pitch away from getting out of this bases loaded jam. Bouncing in, it is blocked by Norris. No advance at third base for Holt.
He has no feel for his changeup. He just shoved this changeup right in the ground. Nobody's going to offer it that. Nice block by Norris. What do we got here? Change up away. You think he's got enough nerve to throw a fastball in? I don't think so.
2-2 pitch. Up and away, and it is a full count now. Tried the fastball, and he didn't chase it.
You talk about picking. That's all. He's been picking the whole first inning.
Bases filled with Red Sox. 2 down here in the top of the first.
It's time to party, Don.
Let's party, Ag.
Let's party. We need to party. We haven't partied in a while, believe me.
Line to center field, and that's going to get in for a base hit. Holt has scored. Here comes Pedroia, and the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead. Johnny Gomes driving in a pair, and a good start for Boston.
That's exactly what the Red Sox needed right there. Bases loaded. They've seen this over and over and over again. Not being able to come up with a big hit. Johnny Gomes waits on a 3-2 pitch, gets middle, and he doesn't really smoke this ball. Might have been the end of the bat, but perfect placement into center field. Everybody's running on this. 2 runs score easy. Red Sox ahead 2-0. Beautiful thing by Johnny.
And Kurt Young, the pitching coach, out there to talk it over with Tommy Malone as the Red Sox have runners at first and third, 2 runs in. Jonathan Herrera coming up here. They're the 7th batter for the Red Sox here in the first inning. They start yesterday at third. Today it's short. It's a 228. No homers and 7 runs batted in. Down and in for ball 1.
Well, that's exactly what they needed. You know, if he gets out of that inning, the way he's throwing, doesn't give up anything, and the way this offense has been going, we can get back to the numbers again. 4 for 48, some crazy runners in scoring position. They needed that hit big time.
You saw Brad Mills kind of wiggle out of some early situations that really Red Sox could have taken advantage of the other night, and now today able to cash in with 2 runs here in the first so far.
I mean, you give Lester 2 runs to work with. I mean, the way he's been throwing the ball.
Herrera taking the strike, and it's 2-1. Sam Malone relies heavily on the changeup. Boy, that's not working for him right now.
He's only got 86 to go to try to go after you with fastball, which is salad.
Fly ball to right field, playable for Stephen Vogt, who goes back, and wow, made that into an interesting play. But he makes the grab that ends the inning. Red Sox get 2 and take a 2-0 lead. Lima not far from here. He drives in a pair of runs to put the Red Sox on top 2-0. Let's take a look at the Oakland A's starting 9 today with Craig Gentry leading it off in center field. Jed Lowry is the shortstop. Yoenis Cespedes in left field with Josh Donaldson. The DH. Derek Norris does the catching with Kyle Blanks back at first base. Alberto Callaspo is at third. Stephen Vogt in right field bats eighth, and Nick Punto at second base bats ninth. Today's starting pitcher presented to you by New England Audi dealers. Experience the all-new 2015 Audi A3 today. John Lester's 16th appearance, 8-7 with a 3.20 earned run average, 105 strikeouts to 25 walks, and opponents hitting at 259 against him. And against the Twins in his last start, 6 1/3, just one hit and one run. He struck out 6 along the way and walked 1. Craig Gentry is leading it off and taking strike 1 from Lester.
Boy, he wore out the Oakland A's last time he pitched against them. I think one of his best games all time. And I know he's had a no-no many, many years ago. But this one, 15 punch-outs, 1 hit, 8 innings.
It's as good as we've seen him at any point, and dominant.
He is the decision master this year, huh? 15 starts, yes. 8-7. Got the decision in every, and that's you don't see that very often. You talk about Peavy, he's had several no decisions, but it means that you're deep in the game, and he's gone deep in the game, 7th inning or more, 8 times out of the 15.
And with a little help, I think his record would be a lot better than 8-7.
Yes,
I mean, that is really not indicative of the way that he has pitched this season. Under 500 for a lot of the season. He's now over it by a game, but
he tries to feel his way into the game, not necessarily himself, but the umpire. First inning is huge for John to say, am I going to get that pitch or not?
This is on the ground foul. It's generally that outside corner that is one thing that he is concerned about as far as whether or not he's going to get it.
And you got to be nice early on, or he might upset somebody. Gibson today in particular, because that arm side is could be bread and butter. That's a punch out waiting to happen.
And a swing and a miss. Speaking of punch out, strikes out Gentry. Let's take a look at the Red Sox defense behind John Lester. It's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Third to first, Xander Bogaerts, Jonathan Herrera, Dustin Pedroia, Mike Napoli. Left to right of the outfield, Johnny Gomes, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Brock Holt. As David Ross does the catching today for John Lester. Red Sox fielding percentage-wise 6th in the American League. Another good crowd on hand here today in Oakland as Jed Lowry will send this on one hop, picked on the backhand by Pedroia. Throws out Lowry at first, 2 down. Nice play.
Very nice play. That is a bullet at Pedroia. He kind of goes down into the slide and gets lower to the ground. Watch him go into the slide, sort of waiting for that hop to come up. I mean, who's going to get in front of that? Not me. But he has a way of doing it, doesn't he? He gets down and then he waits for that hop to come up. He makes it look easy.
Yeah, he prefers to kind of slide like that, it seems, to go down into that kind of a play to make that play in the backhand.
I mean, he's on his knees all the time. He's always dirty. He's always dirty. That man.
Good. It means he's part of it.
Yes, he's the dirtiest player on the team. He really is.
He's already dirty. That knee's got stuff on it. 2 down for Cespedes, who will take strike 1. Cespedes 267, 14 homers, and 49 runs batted in. This is in the air, high sky, keep in mind here. No clouds to work with. But Jackie Bradley Jr. is out there. He sees it, makes the catch. A 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning, 2-0 Red Sox. Get you some dinner when we come back.
Which Oakland-born person would you most want to have dinner with? Sox 1 for Clint Eastwood, Sox 2 Mark Hamill, Sox 3 Tom Hanks, Sox 4 MC Hammer. Text your answer vote to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. Text help for info and visit NESN.com/terms for terms and conditions and a privacy policy. This is a tough one, but I think I would go with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, I'm going with Clint.
Oh,
yeah.
Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
And you already know MC Hammer,
Majority
right?
rules.
Yes.
Was he around as a bat boy when you were here?
I wasn't there, but he came around when he was styling when he had too legit to quit.
So it was already
After
before that he had
yeah.
been here with the A's.
Right.
So yeah, he came back in when he was a star.
Right.
This is in the air to center field. David Ross sends it deep and far, and it is gone. David Ross jumping on the first pitch, carries right out of here to left center, up over that 388 marker in left center, and the Red Sox take a 3-0 lead.
He jumped on that salad we've been talking about. You try to get ahead with a fastball that didn't have much on it. And David Ross is just waiting, laying in the weeds for this. Gets full extension and lifts this ball over the 388 spot in left center field. 3-0 Red Sox.
That is the first home run for David Ross since the last time he faced Tommy Malone on May 3rd. So he got him again.
Johnny got a 2-base hit. The only guy that didn't do any damage is Ortiz. He had 3 home runs.
Now Jackie Bradley Jr. takes strike 1 right at the top of the zone.
He said he's going to try to get ahead of me with fastball. I'm not going to let him.
A little pop up into shallow center field, falling fast, and that'll fall in for a hit. In front of Craig Gentry, and Jackie Bradley Jr. is on with a base hit. Well, Liverpool Football Club returns to Fenway Park to face AS Roma on Wednesday, July 23rd. Match will feature 2 of the most prominent clubs in European football, setting the stage for an exciting rematch at Fenway Park. Tickets are on sale now. Go to redsox.com/football at Fenway to get your tickets for this great match today. A home run and a single to start this second inning as Brock Holt stands in. Brock had a single of his own in the first inning and came around to score.
Who is that Mark Hamill? Is he from the Star Wars thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Luke Skywalker.
There you go.
I think this is going to come down to Tom Hanks and Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
40 and 45% here out of the gate. That's in there for a strike to Brock Holt. And it's 1-1.
Clint Eastwood, the ultimate cool, isn't he?
Yes.
He is.
He's a very cool guy.
He is cool. Huh? And he's getting up there now, too.
Yes, but he's still cool.
He's still cool. He will always be cool.
He'll not be sizzled, as you said.
Right. He used to be the mayor of, not Pebble Beach. What's the city of Carmel?
Carmel over there, yeah. Carmel or Monterey?
I think it's Carmel.
Think about that. Clint Eastwood with his own police force. I mean, that's a little scary.
Make my day. What was that movie he did? Remember the gun, the 44 Magnum or something? I forget. But he's my man.
Have you met Clint before?
I have not.
No. This is quite the 4 days for you here.
I was going to say. Yeah, he didn't come out to watch me throw out the ball yesterday.
Everybody else did.
Yeah.
Runner goes as Holt hits ground ball to second base. Punto, no play at second's got to go to first. Because they start the runner, they stay out of the double play. Holt retired as Bradley Jr. takes second base.
Well, the tide has changed. Bases loaded, base hit by Gomes. In the first, you see the home run, the base hit. We're running on the play, get the runner in scoring position. This is how you do it.
Keeping the pressure on.
Yes.
Jackie Bradley Jr. in a scoring position at second with 1 out, and Xander Bogaerts coming up. Bogaerts flied out to the warning track in left field. Cespedes able to make the catch out there on the warning track right in front of the scoreboard out there in left. Bogart's trying to get back on track offensively again.
You got to be patient with this guy on the mound. I mean, he throws very soft. He wants you to be anxious is what he wants.
Only behind 2-0.
They need to drop a 6 spot on him just to stay in shape here. Give it to Lester and let's stop this madness. It's been maddening watching this offense.
In there for a strike, 2-1.
2-0-82 piece of changeup.
I thought you were going a different direction there.
Yeah. Just a little changeup. I was going to say salad.
Okay.
Okay, but I don't want to do that anymore.
Strike 2, 2-2.
Good pitch.
Malone coming in with a record of 5-3, a 3.56 earned run average. And 5 straight wins, but so far pretty shaky here today. Red Sox have scored 3 times already. One out here in the second with Bradley at second base. And Bogarts hits it high and deep to left again. Cespedes back again, this time right on the edge of the track, makes the catch, and same thing for Bogarts. High fly ball, but he's out number 2.
I tell you what, if this is Fenway Park, which it's not obviously, there could be a couple of home runs, that one being right there. Gets this ball up in the air. That's the second ball that he's hit, Bogarts, that he has just missed. Just underneath it. He knows he just did not get it. 2 fly balls to left field that could have been bombs maybe in Fenway Park.
Frustrated Xander Bogarts, out number 2 of the inning. And it brings up Dustin Pedroia, who singled to left field. Scored his second run. In there for a strike. This 3-0 lead for the Red Sox. First lead they've had in this 4-game series.
And that's where it's been all season long. They get behind, they can't come back. But they just have not exploded. We had 10 runs against Cleveland, seems like a month ago, last homestand.
Most runs they've scored in a game, that game.
But you watch Malone pitch, and I don't want to get on him in particular, but just about their rotation. They're not scary, are they? I mean, I know the kid Sonny Gray could light it up, but we didn't see him. He could light it up. We saw Kazmir. He's a different pitcher now. He's a good pitcher, obviously 9-2. And then you go to him, Malone. We saw Chavez yesterday. I mean, here's the guy that hasn't, been a starting pitcher in the big leagues. He's, a journeyman. Right? I mean, and then Pomerantz, who got hurt, and that Brad Mills had to pitch for him. That's not a scary 5-man rotation.
They're getting it done, though.
I know they have a nice bullpen. Meanwhile, they're the best team in the game.
47 wins coming into today's action. Most in Major League Baseball. 1-2. Inside out swing, kind of flipped to right. Stephen Vogt is there to make the catch that ends the inning. Red Sox add a run, take a 3-0 lead. David Ross with a home run to begin the inning has the Sox on top 3-0. Now David Ross's solo home run has the Red Sox on top 3-0 as the A's come to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. And Donaldson on a check swing foul. John Lester had a 1-2-3 first inning with his first strikeout of the day. Donaldson at .253, 18 homers and 55 runs batted in. It's a fly ball down the left field line. Lots of foul ground. Bogart's over. So is Herrera, but it is Bogarts who makes the catch. Tough play running up the mound there of the bullpen. Where the Oakland A's relievers are housed, and Bogart's able to make the catch running up the hill.
And that's what I'm talking about. This is the Oakland Coliseum. This is what you need as a pitcher. This is in the seats in probably 90% of the ballparks, without a doubt.
Deep into the seats.
Deep into the seats. No chance. Thought he lost it there for a while, but I guess he picked it up. But it's a long ways to go, and you have to keep that in mind all the time.
One down here in the second inning for Derek Norris. Let's take strike one. Hitting up over 300. 301 with 8 homers and 34 runs batted in. 0 for 6 in the series against Boston. Couple of strikeouts and 1 for 5 in his career against John Lester. Now ball softly hit. Bogart's going to cut it off and throw on the run low, but no, dropped by Napoli. Tried to dig it out, but Napoli cannot field it cleanly. Third charge to Bogarts on the throw.
I just don't understand the urgency here. You got Norris running. He cuts across. He gets there in plenty of time, but he tries to make this hurry-up flip throw, and he throws it in the ground. Normally, Napoli would pick something like that, but it just wasn't smooth. I mean, that's a can of corn. That play's got to be made all the time.
Bogarts charged with the error. His 5th error at third base. 11th of the season between short and third for Bogarts. 1 out, 1 on, and Kyle Blanks fouls it off to the right out of play. Well, fans, you can test your Red Sox IQ right now. The MLB Preplay mobile app. Download for free and start predicting every at-bat of every Red Sox game all season. Today, Preplay predicts John Lester will go 6 1/3 innings, allow 2 earned runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, and 5 Ks.
What new?
I knew you were going to say something.
What new, man? Same thing every day.
I'm waiting for the one, as you said yesterday, that comes up. He'll go 2/3 of an inning, give up 9 earned runs, walk 7.
When's the day the computer's going to spit that out? It's like, ooh.
It's always a quality start, I've noticed. Kyle Blanks hitting at .318 coming into today's game. And lines it into center field for a base hit. Norris to second, and the Oakland A's have runners at first and second with 1 out. Well, time for my view today, and Eck, you were along with me as we were coming in through the ballpark this morning, and this is this morning. These cars are out there, these people are out there tailgating at what was about 9:30 this morning. They were out there ready to go. The parking lot is filled, and that's kind of how they do it here. It's a party, it is festive. By the time the game rolls around, they are all sorts of ready.
Yeah, you didn't see too many barbecues out there, but we're seeing it right here later on. This must have been later on. I didn't see anybody cooking. They get into it, man. You think it's a football game.
Down and in to Alberto Callaspo.
Just hope that air doesn't come back and haunt the Red Sox right now. Blanks hit a base hit up the middle. This big guy with a real soft swing, he hit a base hit up the middle.
Astros scoring the winning run here yesterday in the walk-off. Now hits a drive to left field, misplayed by Gomes. He went in, now he goes back, and he's not going to catch it. It's off the bottom of the wall. Norris will come around and score as the throw goes to the plate. And the A's are on the board. Gomes started in, and then went back and it hit off the bottom of the wall, and the A's are on the board.
What in the world was that? Now I don't know if he's could have caught this ball, but right away we knew that he misplayed it. He didn't see it or something. He just sort of he was froze, and he didn't really come in. He just looked at it forever, and you got to get on your horse. Looked like he's trying to deke somebody. There's nobody to deke. That ball is way over his head. I don't think he saw it. I really don't think he saw it, and he wasn't going to get it. Once he didn't break back right away, he had no chance. I'm just glad that's not a 3-run bomb.
Second and third with one out, and Stephen Vogt now the batter. Humberto Callaspo has got himself a double and an RBI. In there for strike one.
Sweeping breaking ball.
354, a home run, 10 runs batted in. Largely the reason that he is playing right field. Get his bat in the lineup.
He almost boxed the ball up out there last inning. You know, Gomes plays fairly shallow anyway. You know, and a ball like that, the only way he was going to catch that ball is to be take off right away. Boom. Right to where the ball was going to be. I don't know if he would have caught it anyway.
Ooh. That's the benefit of the doubt there. Pitch would appear to be outside.
It's a gift right there. He's got a lot of ways to punch him out right now. Take your choice. He's got that front door cutter. I'd go away.
They do, and it misses away. 2-2. And he retired the first 4 batters that he faced in the game today before the miscue at third base. Throwing error by Xander Bogaerts, then a single by Blanks, an RBI double by Callaspo. Second and third, one out.
He could throw that cutter right at his belt, but he's not going to.
To short, and Herrera's coming home with it. The tag is applied, and out at the plate is Kyle Blanks. Second out as Herrera looked up, thought he had a chance, and he was right. Ross applies the tag.
I mean, he's playing shortstop in the regular position. You think that, you know, with contact that Blanks is going to score. You see where he is all the way back, almost on the grass, but the ball was hit sharply to him. He almost double pumped. That's how slow Blanks is, and he's out easy at the plate. Anybody that could run is going to score on this play. In fact, he wouldn't even attempt it if he knew somebody could not run, and Blanks is really slow. Look at him. I mean, he is a dead duck at home.
So 2 down, runners at first and second. Callaspo remained at second base. Here's Nick Punto batting out of the number 9 spot. Former teammate of John Lester's with the Red Sox. As Punto takes strike one. 238 with a home run, 10 runs batted in. 8 of 9 first pitch strikes so far for John Lester on the day. John Lester in his career against the Oakland A's 5-4 with a 3.77 earned run average. Here at the Coliseum, though, he is 1-3 in 5 career starts. In there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
I'll tell you what, I think John Lester's command this year, I know he had a great run last year in the playoffs and all that, but from day one, his command is there. I mean, he hasn't walked as many guys, and that doesn't necessarily show you that, well, he's throwing the ball more strike. No, I think he commands the baseball as well as he ever has. You know, he wears out that inside corner to right-handed hitters.
Swing and a miss, and Punto goes down chasing to end the inning. The A's get on the board. It's 3-1 Boston. Blanks, and he was not running well at all. We noticed the other night as well that he was kind of lumbering around the base. Something wrong with his legs, I think. And based on that play at the plate, he was not running full speed there either. And Moss takes over for Blanks as David Ortiz with a big swing and a miss. And the look at Blanks, was thrown out at the plate. He doesn't run well anyway, but kind of pulled up there initially and then
there was something wrong to begin with, but he didn't just take off, peel off right away. And I think Herrera was surprised that he had a shot at the plate. They were giving them the run.
So Blanks comes out of the game. Brandon Moss now at first base. David Ortiz getting his second look at Tommy Milone today. He struck out swinging against Milone in the first inning and takes a pitch up top for ball 2. He's in the shift on the right side against David, and they've got Stephen Vogt backed up in right field very deep. Ortiz pops it up foul, back and out of play as we send it down to Jamie Erdahl.
Don, this is a big weekend for Coco Crisp. For the walk-off, and now it's Coco Crisp Garden Gnome Day. And his former teammate David Ortiz was inspecting this earlier. He said, I feel like this doesn't look like Coco at all. He knows what he's built like, and this gnome looks a little stocky for Coco's build. Ortiz also felt like this looks more like Manny Ramirez than anything else.
Popped up as over comes Punto. He battles there with Moss, and Punto ends up having to make what turns out to be sort of a diving play to his right. So one out here in the third inning, and I'm not sure it looks like Coco very much.
Ortiz said he wanted to put him in his garden so he could eat the bugs. Did he say that?
He wanted like 4 of them. If he could get 4 of them. David is retired here. A nice catch by Punto. A scary catch to say the least.
Talk about high sky. Everybody looks like they're having trouble.
Napoli walked in the first inning. Only walk given up by Milone. This was a bit of an adventure. Called off Moss, who wanted to take it, and then able to make the grab in the end. Close pitch. Milone wanted it right on that edge, but doesn't get it. Shoots it to right field and in for a base hit. Second time Mike Napoli has been on today. Well, fans, there are still 86 games left in the Red Sox season. Make sure you know what channel to watch by downloading the 2014 Red Sox season schedule. Visit NESN.com/schedule now. 1 out, 1 on here in the third inning, and Johnny Gomes coming up. Gomes with a 2-run single in the first inning. So take strike 1.
I tell you, Gomes is going to give you a strike, isn't he? He gives you a strike a lot. He wants to work the count. Yesterday he had a couple of bats that he just long at bats and just works the count. He may only hit 230, 240, but he's obviously his on base is going to be there. He knows what he's doing. I mean, he's not necessarily an everyday player. I mean, he had an opportunity when we were maybe about a month ago there.
Yes.
Remember, he was hot, and they let him play a little more than he should have, but he really gives you quality at bats. I mean, you look at the production RBIs wise, it's as good as anybody with the amount of at bats.
5 homers, 25 runs batted in, and he's going to drive this into center field for a base hit. Up to second base goes Napoli on the second hit of the day by Johnny Gomes.
Just not trying to get too large. I mean, he's got that short hat. It's a strange hat. It really is. It's like he has no arms. It's like no kitchen,
It's like half a hack.
Half a hack.
It's like he stops himself halfway through, and it's different than the swing that he takes during batting practice, which is interesting.
Right.
He takes a full swing during batting practice, and in the game it looks much different.
It's like shorter to the ball during the game, but he'll put a short swing on a ball sometimes, and it's launched.
Get a lot behind it.
Yes.
And 2 on, 1 away, and Jonathan Herrera, the batter. And started shortstop today. The lefty on the mound, Stephen Drew on the bench. And he drives it down the left field line towards the pole. It is going to be a foul ball. Jonathan Herrera making a bid.
How about Malone? I mean, my goodness. Bogarts missed him twice. Ross took him deep. That ball is gone. I mean, as a pitcher, you are lucky to get that ball back. That's the 3-run Johnson. This game should be 6-1.
Herrera thought it was going to be fair for a while down that line, wishing it fair, but ends up foul. Now he'll take strike 2.
I mean, this is just a hair from staying fair. I mean, this is his best. Excuse me, that's a strike. I'm looking for that home run again. I can't get it out of my mind, that foul ball home run.
You're not over it.
I know, but he just painted him right there. But Malone, he can give up some large ones.
In the dirt, Herrera not chasing that. It's 1-2.
I saw a game that Malone pitched. He had given up like 8 hits in 3 innings and no runs. It was the game that Cespedes threw out 2 guys at the plate in the same inning. It was incredible. I mean, he must have given up 5 or 6 hits in 1 inning, no runs, when you got 2 outs made at the plate by Cespedes.
Close pitch again, a little bit low, 2-2.
I mean, he's got to have this pitch for, you know, the way he throws. He needs the ball at the bottom of the strike zone. That's a ball.
Yanni has won 5 straight games coming in, but down the game 3-1. Towards shortstop. Lowry will flip to second for 1. Throw to first is going to be not in time. Johnny Gomes taking out Punto at second base. He went in pretty hard, and Herrera reaches at first, 2 down.
Well, that's a big league play by Gomes, taking out Punto on this play, or this is a double play ball. It was kind of slow. I didn't know if he could turn it anyway. The way he flipped him, he left him out to dry. Punto, he took him out, didn't have enough on the throw. Moss tries to cheat like he was there and had the tag, but this took a while, left him out to dry. He's lucky he didn't knock him out, but he just didn't have enough on the throw to turn it.
First and third now with 2 down, and the catcher Derek Norris reeling off the signs for the infielders. As David Ross with a home run back in the 2nd inning. His 3rd home run of the year, and this put the Red Sox at the time on top 3-0.
Well, David Ross has got some power. We know he can lead. He hasn't had a very good year with the bat, but there's a lot of reasons for that. He doesn't play all that much.
Napoli at third base, Herrera at first base, 2 down here in the Boston 3rd inning. 2 in the first, 1 in the second. And trying to get to Malone again here in the 3rd inning. 2-0. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, he's not going to see a fastball 2-0.
Napoli at third, Herrera at first. Next pitch for Malone will be the 70th of his outing. Through 2 2/3 innings. And a liner down the left field line, foul. Ace Ticket, the official Red Sox ticket partner, has the best seats at the lowest prices to all the games at Fenway. all the 200% guarantee. Right now, Ace Ticket has special savings on all Red Sox games. Treat yourself or someone special. Visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MY-SEATS.
Well, I tell you, I'd have a hard time getting guys out with the stuff that Malone has. It's difficult. You see a line drive just waiting to happen a lot.
And they've got Herrera picked off at first base. Moss will pay attention to the runner going to the plate. Here comes a throw. And safe at the plate is Napoli. He eluded the tag, and the Red Sox grab their 4th run of the day and take a 4-1 lead. They had Herrera picked off at first base. Napoli waits a little bit, then comes down the line and scores.
The pickoff they have, and they know that they got to be careful with that runner at third, which is Napoli, and then Lowry gets it, kind of throws it back up the baseline, and Norris can't dive to make the tag. So you want to stay in a rundown, and you see Moss throws it to Lowry. Lowry throws it sidearm up into the baseline, and Norris just something wrong with him, like he's got something wrong with his hip or something, and just couldn't make a dive tag. Kind of ugly attempt to tag Napoli, and that's a run for the Red Sox. They stole the run.
Double steal. So Herrera now in scoring position at second base, and David Ross for the count of 2-2. We'll take a pitch outside.
Didn't it look like Derek Norris was broke when he got up from...
He didn't move well coming back.
And then when he got away from it looked like something was wrong with him. I think the throw messed him up, because he had to reach for the throw. A better throw, he's out.
So Napoli is able to get in. The Red Sox have scored in every inning so far. Runner goes as Ross strikes out to end the inning. Red Sox add a run to their total, take a 4-1 lead after 2.5.
And purchase an A's Kids Club kit. And now here's Andrew.
Double steal turned by the Red Sox as it works out. They take a 4-1 lead. Napoli getting in, eluding the tag. The score of the Red Sox 4th run as Herrera gets to second base after his back turned to the play at first. Almost got picked off, but it worked out great in the end. We'll play along here to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 4-1 Boston. Top of the Oakland A's order, Craig Gentry struck out swinging in the 1st inning. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball. Two strikeouts for John Lester today. Gentry's got one, and Nick Punto the other.
That's a great pickup for him. I know I've mentioned it several times in this series. I mean, Gentry, fourth outfielder that can run, do a lot of things for you. Obviously saved one of the games with a diving catch of Brock's ball that could have been a double and won that game against that.
Hot shot. Watch your face as Bogaerts makes the catch.
Bogaerts up, playing up even on the grass because he had attempted a bunt, and all of a sudden he hits a bullet at him.
He had the catch very defensively, trying to get out of the way at the same time. Rocket down there to third base. And one down for Jed Lowry. Lowry grounding out to Pedroia at second base in the first inning. Lester upset with that delivery. Berkshire Bank, America's most exciting bank. Visit berkshirebank.com or one of our locations in New England and New York to discover how big bank resources combined with small bank attention can help you find your exciting moments. Life is exciting. Let Berkshire Bank help. Lowry to third by the dive of Bogaerts into left field. Jed Lowry picks up the third hit of the day for the Oakland A's.
Well, everybody's ready to turn on that ball down and in from Lester. I mean, that's his bread and butter. Lowry does about the same thing that Gentry does, but gets it by Bogaerts.
Take a look at the John Lester key matchup. Yoenis Cespedes 1 for 9 lifetime against John Lester. 3 strikeouts and an RBI. Key matchup brought to you by People's United Bank, where John Lester does his banking. Cespedes will take a ball high.
He didn't make the All-Star team last year, Cespedes, but he did. He was in the home run derby.
Yeah, that was a little.
And
weird.
I mean to tell you, he hit some
bombs. He was practicing when we were here last year for the home run derby, leading up to it. He's got all kinds of power.
But this year he's having borderline, All-Star season. He's a big part of this order. And when they went out and got him, they gave him a 4-year deal, which is kind of surprising at the time. They gave him $36 million. This is his 3rd year in the deal, and I think this is his best year so far. He had some injury problems last year.
Of course, when he arrived, he felt he was a center fielder when he got here, and then they put him in center, then they put him in left, and he and Coco Crisp were moving back and forth at the time, and now they figured out he's going to be a left fielder, and that's going to be it. So maybe kind of settling into this situation here in the big leagues and in Oakland. On the ground, sharply to short, could be 2, to second for 1, on to first, it is 2. John Lester happy with that. We're through 3. Boston on top 4-1. About your community, Eastern Bank is committed to putting you first. Learn all the ways Eastern puts you first at easternbank.com. What a beautiful area here in Northern California and the Bay Area. I have to tell you, this is where you're from.
I don't know where that is right there, but
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
There's a boat, there's water, that's all you need. Jackie Bradley Jr. leads it off and pops it up. Back at second base, and out goes Lowry to put it away for the first out of the fourth inning. I'm not sure I believe you live out here, because everywhere I ask you where the place is, you've never seen it in your life.
It's been a long time. Think about it. I mean, I moved to Boston in '78, so you think about it, on and off. I've been in Boston for a long 36 years.
Most of your life.
You know, and my brain cells are, that's a long time ago when you talk about when I used to live out here. I mean, I do when I was with the A's.
Your brain cells are questionable? Or?
But I left when I was like 17 years old.
Okay.
So things have changed.
Lots changed.
Yeah.
One down for Brock Holt. Yesterday we did determine that the area we were looking yesterday at from the blimp was actually Alameda.
Yeah,
it was Alameda.
It's not that pretty.
Well, no, but it's.
But I've never been I've never been on a boat anywhere in the Bay Area, in the Bay. Right? I have in Boston, but I've never been on a boat. I mean, if I lived here all the time, I would find my way to doing stuff like that. I mean, when I was a kid, San Francisco was like another country. I was afraid of the bridge. You go over that bridge, man, and you go over that bridge.
You still are.
I know. I kind of am. Not that I'm afraid of bridges. I'm just saying when you're a little kid, it's just overwhelming. And then that Golden Gate Bridge is the next one, right? I mean, it's really intimidating. It's beautiful now, but
very nice.
When you're a little kid, it's like, ooh, this is too much for me.
It took us a little while to get over that yesterday, the new bridge. And
right.
This is going over there. Apparently there's some problems with the new bridge already.
But they put that thing up pretty fast. To compare to, you talk about bridges, they take years and years and years to put up. But they had to. I mean, it goes right back to the earthquake when it collapsed
25 years ago.
You saw the look of it. It's old, dilapidated.
Yes, still there.
Yeah.
Still standing. You still see it. We saw it. In the air to shallow center field. Craig Gentry is not going to have to worry about it. It's Punto who makes a diving play again. He's all over the place to make the grab. Nothing's been easy for Nick Punto in the air. 2 down.
Well, I know that's fairly shallow center field, but we've been watching Coco Chris play center field real deep, and even Gentry's deep, right? I mean, this is Brock Holt up there. I guess he's not that deep, but Punto's having a tough time. Not necessarily an easy play, especially with the sky.
Now, are you coming back to Oakland again as part of the 25th anniversary for the World Series of '89?
Yeah, definitely. It's coming up after the All-Star break, which is good because I haven't seen any of those guys. I mean, it's been years, and some guys they don't even know where a few of these guys are. They don't return the calls.
You call them back though. They know you.
Hey, they take care of me here, man. They got that dude with the head running around, man. I'm coming back.
The guy with the bad horn.
The guy with the bad horn. I'm coming back.
Xander Bogaerts on the ground to Punto, slides to his right. And it's a 1-2-3. Fourth inning, best inning so far for Malone. It's Dennis Eckersley, and we'll be back after this. And community strong. That's why they've been named the #1 SBA lender in Massachusetts 5 years in a row. Eastern Bank, here you're first. John Lester back on the hill here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Lester at 38 pitches, dealing with Josh Donaldson, Derek Norris, and Brandon Moss scheduled to bat in the inning. And his 2 strikeouts in the game, has not walked anybody, and one he allowed in the 2nd inning is unearned. Two-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. It's allowed 3 hits along the way, including a double by Callaspo that drove in the Oakland A's only run so far. This one fouled off to the right, out of play. Well, NESN is about to change the way you look at sports. It's NESN Live, an all-new show that hits on the top sports stories of the day and gives you a chance to interact. Patriots' Devin McCourty joins Sarah Davis and Elle Duncan in the studio. NESN Live, presented by Cross Insurance, premieres tomorrow at 5:30. Donaldson fouling it off, and it's 2-2.
Got locked out.
What happened?
I got locked out. It's never happened to me before.
You haven't been with us until now this inning.
Yeah.
I looked over and you were gone.
I'm pounding on the door. What up? I had to go into the next booth and look in and say, hello.
Hello. I was worried about you. All of a sudden you disappeared. Thought you had enough.
That's never happened to me. Right?
Right outside this door here of the booth, you were locked out.
Yeah, I bolted and I came back, I think, just in time, and then shaking on the door.
Thank goodness for Char. Char let you in.
Then I got to go to the other booth and look at her. Say, hey.
Swing and a miss, and Donaldson strikes out. That's a 3rd strikeout for John Lester. Good way to start the bottom of the 4th inning.
Looks like a 3-2 cutter down and in. Not even close, but he can't hold up.
Number 36, Derek Norris.
One down for Derek Norris. Reached on that error committed by Bogaerts. A throwing error in the 2nd inning would lead to the Oakland A's run. Pops it up. Happily blocks his eyes from the sun, shading his eyes, and makes the catch. 2 down here in the 4th inning. Well, the Red Sox Foundation helps children play ball for fun, for health, and for life. One way they do that is through the RBI program, reviving baseball in inner cities. We salute our friends at HB Hood who support the Red Sox Foundation. Play ball for life.
You see this A's lineup, they could do so many things. We talk about how versatile their lineup is, but they use that DH to help.
Yes,
like
move it around.
Right, like Donaldson's DHing today, right? And they give a catcher to DH. You see Jaso do it. And, I mean, for us, we've got Ortiz. That's it, right? I mean, a lot of teams have a chance to rest guys. I think that's the way to go. Nothing against David. I just say David's the best, DH that ever lived.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in this day and age, you need to rest some guys, and that's the position to use, I think.
Kansas City Royals have Billy Butler. The White Sox, of course, have Adam Dunn. There are guys that are everyday DHs, but there are a lot of teams that just use it as a day to give a guy a break defensively.
I'll tell you what, if I was playing every day like Donaldson, in a tough position, I'd love to take a day off in DH.
Brandon Moss is first at bat today. Took over for Kyle Blanks, who left with apparent leg injury. Moss has started at first base and in the outfield in this series. In the dirt, 2-2. John Lester today looking for his 9th win of the year, coming in at 8-7 with a 3.20 earned run average. His 50th pitch of his outing. And Moss thought about it, but doesn't chase. Full count.
You know, this is a great place to play, too, for an everyday player. You know, because it doesn't get hot. You know, summertime it gets
like
hot.
Texas,
oh, yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's nice. You know, they don't get tired. You know, there's a lot of places. You know, Texas obviously is one of the hot ones, but even back east over Chicago, St. Louis,
Kansas City,
it is scorching hot, and guys just get worn out.
Today is a perfect example. We started the game at 60 degrees, and it feels cooler than that now. I mean, there's tons of sunshine. It is like there's like zero humidity.
Right, and you know they play so many night games here, and it's you're never exhausted because of the heat.
This one fouled off to the left out of play. MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, celebrating 12 years. Join the millions of subscribers. Watch every out-of-market game live and in true HD on over 400 devices. Visit RedSox.com for details. Fouled off himself, and that hurt as Moss hobbles around.
This 3-2 breaking ball, a little cutter left over the middle of the plate. How do you hit that off your foot? Normally it's a ball down and in.
It's already got that shin guard on that foot too, and it still got him. Over the shift and into right field. Up over Dustin Pedroia was shifting and over towards the line, but a ringing single to right for Brandon Moss.
That's Brandon Moss's swing right there. You're lucky you keep this thing in the ballpark when he hits a ball that hard on a line. So he hits it right into the shift, but over the top bullet. Top spin into right field, but anytime he rips a ball like that, you're glad it's not out of the ballpark.
2 down, Moss at first. Alberto Callaspo, who doubled off John Lester in the second inning. Ball off the base of the wall that would score Derek Norris from second base and give the Athletics their run. Red Sox have added a run since and lead it 4-1. This one sliced foul down the right field line, out of play. Lester in that last outing against the Athletics at Fenway Park, 8 shutout innings with a career high 15 strikeouts. May 3rd at Fenway. He's held the A's to 3 runs or less in each of his last 5 starts against Oakland since 2011.
I mean, he wears right-handed hitters out so much on the inside part of the plate. There's games where he can go out to his arm side and it's there for the taking. Fastball on the corner, there for the taking. But he doesn't, you know, practice that pitch as much because his bread and butter is that cutter. But that game, the 15 punch-out game, he hit that outside corner with a fastball, and I don't know who that umpire was. He had him again later on, and he punched out 12 guys. He wanted that guy every night when he pitched because he gave him a couple inches on the corner. He was dotting it, and he was getting it. There it is.
Didn't get it this time, and that appeared to be a strike.
Yeah, I got to have that.
Gibson has the play today.
Yeah, this is strike. This is a corner. This is a backdoor cutter is what it is on the corner.
We asked about the umpires, DJ Rayburn.
Rayburn.
Yeah.
And he had another outing. He punched out 12 with Rayburn. They're pals.
When you were starting, how big a deal was it to find out before the game who the umpire was going to be? And you would know a couple days in advance if it was in the beginning of the series.
Absolutely. I'd look and see if I'm pitching game 3, who's umpiring on second base because he's going to be my man. And I knew right away if I didn't like, he didn't like me, I was in trouble.
To shortstop, Herrera is going to go to first with the throw in plenty of time. That ends the inning. Well, we're tired of my view. We'll get you a fan view when we come back. as we head to the top half of the fifth inning. Finally, good time to be a Red Sox fan here in Oakland after a tough series so far, as the Oakland A's winning the first 3 games of the series in dramatic fashion. And the Red Sox with a 4-1 advantage today, batting in the fifth, and it is Pedroia leading it off. So it takes ball 1 up and away.
To me, looking in the stands right now, it doesn't seem like it used to be. We're more Red Sox fans, right? If you look around, it's green.
Yes, and I think that's happened over the last few years, really. Oakland back in the postseason each of the last 2 seasons. And today is the largest crowd of the 4-game series. 36,067 here today for the finale of the series, and a beautiful day from Oakland. And they had, I guess, what is it now, about 4 or 5 years that they have closed off the top deck. They opened it up for the playoffs, a few of the sections up top there when we were here together last year.
What's the thinking? I think the thing is, before they were playing well the last couple of years, but the thinking was, you got to get here to get a ticket, right? Because, you know, if you had that top deck open, you'd think, well, nobody's going to, I could come anytime I want. There's 40,000 seats here.
Popped up foul ground as over is Brandon Moss, shading his eyes, and now makes the catch. Pedroia retired for the first out of the inning. We understand that Franklin Park in Dorchester, they are watching us today. Eck, and Red Sox baseball might be sending this in. And a beautiful day looks like back home. Watching Red Sox baseball on the lawn. Doesn't get any better than that.
That's kind of cool, isn't it?
So hello to all of you, and to Mike B for sending that fan video in. One down here in the fifth. David Ortiz will take a pitch outside. I don't know. I don't know why they did it. I mean, I know you're glad they did it, because now you got that big 43.
Oh, but they didn't have to do that. I mean,
yes. I mean, that's the center field top deck. That they're not going to fill that up anyway.
Well, you don't want to touch that.
No, that's good where it is.
That's right, good right where it is. The top deck looks a little funky. I mean,
yes. Well, but again, they did when they had the playoffs here, and they opened up, I think, like 3 or 4 sections above home plate and the top deck that they took the tarps off of.
You know, when I was here, when that play, 88 to 92, we drew 3 million people. I mean, 35,000 whack.
Down to first base. Moss has got it. He's been busy in the inning. 2 down. Tommy Milone here with 2 outs in the fifth inning. We'll take a look at the pitching line for Tommy Milone, brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. 4 2/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, a walk, and 2 Ks. Any guess as to when Mount Davis went up? It's been here as long as I've been here, 14 years. But
yeah, I think it came up when I left, which was 96. They started building it. And while the games were going on, they had the pounding away and stuff. It was crazy.
You could hear the construction.
Yeah, so I heard. I mean, because I wasn't here. I went to St. Louis in 96, and that's when they started to construct it. And it's been, there it is. I mean, it's probably great for football. I mean, it must be intense, loud.
Yeah, they bring those stands out behind the 400 marker in center field, almost, not all the way to the infield, but quite a ways in. That area right out there. You can see the seats out in the parking lot as this is to right center. Struck well, back towards the wall, and it is gone. Mike Napoli strokes his 8th home run of the year, and the Red Sox take a 5-1 lead.
Boy, that is a great sign by Napoli. Got a base hit the other time up the other way, just shortened up his stroke. Well, this is a short stroke to right center field and out of the ballpark. The Red Sox got to get this guy going, and today 2 great at bats. And you see what kind of power that he's got. A little changeup away. This ball is a changeup away, and he hits it out of the ballpark.
Creates his own power. 8th home run of the year for Napoli. Red Sox lead at 5-1, and now Johnny Gomes, who has been 2 for 2, fouls it back.
Well, Malone's lucky that he's only given up 5 runs, to be honest with you.
Milone has given up 11 home runs on the season, 5 to the Red Sox. Breaks up a string of 6 in a row retired by Milone. Holmes down on the count, 1-2.
You know, that's his best pitch, that change up away like that, but he's got to get ahead in the count to have guys chasing.
Swing and a miss, and Gomes strikes out to end the inning. Mike Napoli with his 8th home run of the year gives the Red Sox a 5-1 lead. With a solo shot in the second. More recently, Mike Napoli as the Red Sox 5th run of the day with his solo shot out to right center field. Stephen Vogt leading it off here for the A's. Vogt, Quinto, and Gentry.
It is nice to see that power from Napoli the other way. You got to get him hot, get him in the mix.
On the ground to first base. Napoli's got it. He'll take it himself for the first out of the inning. Send it down to Jamie.
Well, Don, the first 2 games in Seattle in terms of starters are spoken for with Lackey and Peavy, but now the big question mark is Wednesday. John Farrell was saying before the game that Clay Buchholz is a serious contender there, but Brandon Workman will also be off of his 6-game suspension at that point. Workman 3.21 ERA in his last 5 starts, but Eck, as you have been saying, I'm sure Clay Buchholz is absolutely chomping at the bit to get back on the mound.
I can't imagine Buchholz not pitching on Wednesday. You know, I mean, I know Workman hasn't been there in a while, but you're trying to get Buchholz right. And he didn't fly all the way out here just to throw on the side.
Didn't come to hang out.
Did you think? I mean, really. I may be wrong, but I got to get Buchholz in there. I want to see Buchholz. Nothing against Workman, but I want to see Buchholz.
But is it weird that at this point we don't know? I mean, that's going to be the 3rd game of the series coming up. You got Lackey game 1, PV game 2, TBA still.
What's the
final game of the series?
Big decision?
That's the question.
I know, and I know Farrell loves Workman. You know, he does. And then Ruby De La Rosa, what he did yesterday, I mean, how can you not be in the mix? Somebody's going to find themselves getting sent out. And we'll have a few days to talk about that when we get to Seattle.
Sent out as in trade or sent out to Pawtucket?
To Pawtucket. Somebody's got to go, right? I mean, somebody's coming. Somebody's got to go.
Of the 3, is there one that you could see pitching out of the bullpen, perhaps?
I think Ruby De La Rosa has to pitch. In other words, he's got to go down, and I think that would be the move. I don't know any inside, but because he's got to pitch and keep starting. Obviously, Workman could go in the bullpen, right? But I don't think they want that to happen either. But what about Dubront? What are they going to do with Dubront?
Been in the bullpen in the past.
And he's been in the bullpen in the past. I don't know what the thinking is. They don't tell me anything. I've only been here 4 days.
You're not in the know.
No, I'm not in the know. We're going to figure it out, though, tonight. We'll figure it out. We'll have more for you tomorrow.
Well, it's going to be good tomorrow. John Lackey matched up against Felix Hernandez. King Felix 8-2 with a 2.22 earned run average.
Well, first of all, I've never been to Seattle in that ballpark.
Safeco, you're going to love it.
I'm going to love it. And to see him firsthand. I mean, I've seen him pitch before, but not in his home park where they throw up the Kings and all that. Huh? They get off on that
Kings
stuff.
Court.
Yes.
This is to right field, coming back to Brock Holt, who is there for the catch. 2 down. Well, hey, Red Sox Nation, want the inside scoop from Dunkin' Donuts? Follow at Dunkin' Boston on Twitter for tweets about exclusive contest news and more happening in Boston, Worcester, Cape Cod, Southern New Hampshire, and everywhere in between. Follow at Dunkin' Boston on Twitter today. The Red Sox run on Dunkin'. 2 down in the 5th inning. Craig Gentry coming up. He was struck out swinging and lined out to third base, 0 for 2.
Boy, this 4-1 game seems like it's 10-1. Excuse me, 5-1. Well, it's more than 4-1.
It's even better than 4-1.
It's even better than 4-1. But it seems more than 5-1, doesn't it? Because it's a breathing room. You got your man on the mound, Lester, and it's been a dogfight to get runs. I mean, just ridiculous. I've never seen a string of so many games without, luckily he's winning those games in Minnesota, back home against Minnesota with what, 5 runs?
5 runs and you sweep them in a 3-game series.
You could want just the opposite.
Yes.
Right? Won a 1-0 game somewhere in Baltimore, right?
We won 2-1-0
2 1-0 games. I mean, it's incredible.
70th pitch is a bunt showing and called a strike.
Boy, Gentry has shown bunt a lot today.
That's how he plans on getting on.
Yes, so he can fly.
Fouls it off down by the shoe top. Still 1-2. This is the all-new episode of Nesson Clubhouse, where kids run the show. Learn how to walk on stilts with Big League Brian and find out what kind of wood is in a baseball bat. Plus, Gary and David Ortiz's son D'Angelo face off in round 4 of Batter Up. Don't miss Nesson Clubhouse immediately after our post-game coverage. Trying to frame it was Ross on the outside corner. 2-2 the count. Jim Johnson is in the bullpen right now for the A's. Former closer has kind of been working middle relief here with the Oakland A's now. Gentry goes around. Home plate umpire Gibson says he struck out. Gentry wants him to check. He's not going to. 4th strikeout for Lester. It's 5-1 Boston. Official resort casino and proud partner of the Boston Red Sox. Back at O.co Coliseum in Oakland, it's 5-1. The Red Sox have the lead over the Oakland A's. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by your local New England Ford dealers. Jim Johnson into the game here for the Athletics after 5 innings from Tommy Malone. Johnson's 30th appearance of the year, 3-2, the 5.97 earned run average, 336 opponent batting average, and a lot of walks, 19 walks to 21 strikeouts for the former Baltimore Orioles closer who had back-to-back 50 save seasons, and of course closer here for a brief time with the Oakland A's.
He's got to find his way back into pitching when they're winning. I mean, he pitched good the other night, came in for an inning, gave up a couple hits, and then got out of it with a couple of big strikeouts. But the stuff is there, but I think his control has been off. And then you get to a new place, and right away you get banged around, and they're not that they boo you here. I mean, they give you a break here for a while, but it didn't take long, and the boo birds came out, and the pressure sort of mounted on him, and they took him out of the role. I mean, they had to.
I thought they had their closer all taken care of. Of course, Grant Balfour doing it the last couple of years here in Oakland, and he ends up back with Tampa Bay. Kind of lost his job there a little bit too, and they're kind of trying to mix and match now.
You know, there's no slam dunk. You know, you go out to free agency and you think you're going to go and get a closer, and you pay him X amount of money, and he's going to do the job, but you'd think that the Baltimore would have kept him. I guess, you know, the $10 million. I mean,
something went wrong with the physical, it sounded like, when he was there.
Okay.
The second base, Quintos throw to first because they had looked like the deal was going to be done. Took the physical, and then all of a sudden the deal
you're
was
talking
off.
about Balfour.
I'm talking about Balfour.
Oh, yeah, signing with
yes.
Baltimore.
Yes,
right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Who are you talking?
No, I'm just saying, why did Baltimore give up on Jim Johnson? I know he blew 9 saves last year is what he did.
The most, I think, in the American League.
He did. And then the money, you know, the $10 million, and they thought they could do it cheaper, but they almost signed Balfour, and then that fell through, which was really weird. You know, there was some question marks. Luckily, Balfour, you know, hooked on with Tampa because he had a lawsuit on his hands. Wasn't he going to try to do something about that? I don't know, but he signed with Tampa, so nothing happened. But, you know, we're going to see Rodney, right? Fernando.
Yes, in
Rodney
Seattle.
In Seattle, and he took a long time to sign.
Fastball changeup.
Yes, nasty.
Big difference between the two.
Huge. I mean, he could walk the house and punch everybody out too. He's interesting to watch.
Got a save last night, in fact.
Hopefully we don't see him because they won't be winning.
0-2 pitch to David Ross is low and away. Well, the Red Sox have had their fair share of success against Fernando Rodney when he was the closer for the Tampa Bay in the last year or two that he was there with the Rays.
Had a couple walk-offs, didn't he?
Yes.
I think Saltalamacchia took him deep, with a little walk-off once. Somebody hit a gapper on him. I think Middlebrooks cleared the bases once in Tampa.
Well, David Ross lines this into left field. His second hit of the day. Feeling pretty good at the plate. The Cardiovascular Institute at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center invites you to join the club. The Walking Club gives you free tools and tips to get you and your family walking towards better health. More at bidmc.org/walking. Well, 2 hits today for Ross, a home run, and now a single. And here's Jackie Bradley Jr., who singled back in the second inning. Some Sox culture for Bradley Jr. Favorite movie, Man on Fire. Favorite artist, Michael Jackson. T.I. is his favorite rapper. Ben and Jerry's strawberry cheesecake ice cream, favorite dessert. And he likes Antigua. You've been to Antigua?
Yes, I have.
You have.
What is that Man on Fire?
I don't know.
None of that.
David Ross takes off. Ground ball to second base. Could be 2. They got the one at second base and at first. Double play ends the 6th inning. It's 5-1 Boston. can't pass up during June. Only get a Dymo LM160 label maker for just $9.99. Keep your life organized for under $10. Visit WBMason.com and order yours now while supplies last. Bottom of the 6th inning, 5-1. Red Sox have the lead over the Oakland A's. And Jed Lowry, Yoenis Cespedes, and Josh Donaldson coming up here to face Lester. This will be his 74th pitch of his outing, and it's a strike to Jed Lowry. Pitching line for Lester brought to you by Ace Ticket. 5+ innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. Thanks to an error made by Xander Bogaerts at third base in the 2nd inning. No walks, 4 strikeouts for Lester.
That's a big difference for Lester is the walks. They're down this year. And strikeouts are starting to come back. You know, there's years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, he punched out 225 back-to-back years. And he's always been a strikeout pitcher, but, you know, I just think he's just been so solid. I mean, he's a horse. He just is. You know, you'd be worried about a guy that went 200 innings 6 or 7 years. You know, and this leads to the contract stuff.
Yes.
It really does. I mean, this guy is not going to break down. I mean, yeah, anybody can break down, but when you got that kind of built, I mean, he's built for this.
And his kind of track record in that regard.
Yes. So he's going to give you 200 innings. And, you know, they got to decide at some point, what are they going to do? How are you ever going to replace a guy like Lester? You know, you're not. But the question is, do you want to give him whatever that 6th year that he's probably going to want? And the only way you get 6 years is to be a free agent. That's why the hometown discount is really the 1 less year. That's how I see it.
5 instead of 6 is what you're thinking.
Now, I don't know about the money because you get whatever you know. When you get over the $20 million.
Center field, Bradley Jr. is back, and he'll make the catch for the first out here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Let me ask you about Max Scherzer.
Yes.
I mean,
what is he thinking?
You come off a Cy Young Award-winning year. You're never going to pitch better than you did this last year, no matter what you do. I mean, it was just an off-the-charts year.
True.
They offer you, if you believe the rumors, somewhere in the neighborhood of $140 million. How do you not take it and then roll the dice on what you do this year?
Totally. I mean, that to me, it's a no-brainer. Get out of here. Right? What do you want? 200? Right? You want 200? What age is he? He's about the same age. Isn't he 30, 29, 30, 31, whatever, right in that age? I don't know. How much more do you want? That tells me you don't want to play in Detroit. Right? That's what it tells me. I mean, 140 is enough. And I know how I used to feel. I mean, I used to feel like in between starts, like, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to pitch my next start?
Right.
But all of a sudden it comes.
Worry about next year? I mean, that's.
And they're telling me you're going to give me a 5-year jump for 500. Where do I sign?
Denny
did
Eckersley.
Yes, now. I mean, I don't know. And the kid is as confident as can be, without a doubt. I mean, and there's ego involved. I mean, do you want to be the highest paid pitcher or something? I don't. Is that what's happening?
It's hard to figure.
It is hard to figure.
Cespedes will lift a fly ball, foul ground. We'll see. Napoli's got a long way to go, and Napoli can't catch it. Tried the over-the-shoulder grab by the bullpen mound.
This is territory that the players, first base, this must be awful for them. Because he doesn't know where he is. He doesn't want to hit the bullpen mound and go sprawling out.
Head bobbing.
Yes. He just sort of gave up on it because the mound's in the way.
So another chance for Cespedes as it works out. 0 for 2 today. He's fly to center. Grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Well, he pops it up, foul ground, as Bogaerts coming down, and Ross trying to find it. It's Bogaerts who will have the best chance and makes the grab. 2 down. It's time for a Toyota game break, and Jamison Coyle. Jamison.
Number 20,
Back at O.Co Coliseum in Oakland, California, where it is 5-1. The Red Sox on top of the Athletics with 2 outs here in the Athletics' 6th inning, and Josh Donaldson, the batter.
I'm looking at the scoreboard out there, and it says Tanaka. Tanaka is number 19, is it not, with the Yankees? I believe it is. And it's kind of shocking to see that 8-0. Baltimore. Somebody finally banged him around. That is like newsworthy.
Up to right field. Holt is moving back, and he'll make the catch. That ends the 6th inning. We head for the 7th. John Lester and the Red Sox have a 5-1 lead. As we head into the top half of the 7th inning. And leading it off for the Red Sox will be Brock Holt, the top of the order. Holt, Bogaerts, and Pedroia scheduled to bat. Jim Johnson back on the mound here for the A's. Johnson worked the 6th, back out there for the 7th. Nobody warming in the Oakland A's pen as the inning begins. And Brock Holt takes strike 1. But Johnson was at his best. He had that fastball, that working, throwing down, kind of that plain look to him. And we just saw right there with that pitch. He was going good with the O's.
Well, the thing is, he's not a punch-out guy. I mean, he's got that sinker, 93, 94, that's going down. He's got leverage, big, tall kid. I mean, he started at one point. Not, not very many games, but he has the stuff to start because he has a hook. He's got a pretty good changeup, but it's control. If you lose your control, you may not walk guys, but control means getting the ball up and getting hit. You lose your confidence, man. When you start losing your confidence, it can happen, and it's gone. Look at Buchholz. My goodness. I mean,
well, the one that is the toughest for me really is Daniel Bard. I mean, that guy was as dominant an 8th inning guy and appeared to be ready to be a closer in the major leagues.
Why did we want to make him a starter? I know that's hindsight, but why? I was okay with them getting rid of Papelbon and him maybe closing. Right. I might have went for that.
For him, I think in his mind, if you think about it, as the money goes and you want to be either a closer or a starter, but to be a middle guy, it's not great, as far as money goes.
Right,
and
sure.
All-stars, appearances, everything else. This is in the air to center field as Gentry going back will have room. He makes the catch on the edge of the track. One down in the 7th inning. Brock Holt retired. It's been quite a weekend for Dennis Eckersley here in Oakland. As had the chance to win the race on the first night, which was a lot of fun. Then he threw out the first pitch here.
Watch this.
The hit is
I can hardly get it there. Get there.
It almost got there in the air.
That's all right.
Chance to talk with Sean Doolittle, the now closer of the Oakland A's.
The new Gas Masterson.
He signed a baseball for him that now sits on his desk. So a pretty cool weekend for you back here in Oakland. You got to see a lot of people. Booth has been packed with people coming to visit you from the Oakland A's. And
you know, I tell you what, you always tell yourself to be in the moment and take it in. I really did. I took it in. Because most of the time I'm dreading things. Oh, no, I got to do this. Oh, no, I got to do that. But I really was comfortable with, I mean, I was nervous to go in the field and stuff like that, but that's normal. But as far as everything else, I mean, people come up to me and, I mean, hey, it was a beautiful time in my life. You know, you've got to be lucky that you had a chance to do it, you know.
Bogaerts flies out to center. Bring Jamie in. Jamie?
Well, Eck, for as nervous as you seemed coming out to throw the first pitch out yesterday, Sean Doolittle was just as nervous as you were to meet you. He was telling me before the game, you told him you were going to try and throw a sinker. He kept his glove high, and then you bounced it in. He said when you signed the ball for him, it's got a little scuff on it from hitting the dirt. So if he feels like you actually pitched a game with that ball. He was also telling me that he really enjoyed being called Gas Masterson from you. He felt like that was the true connection between two closers, and maybe he will now have a Hall of Fame potential because you have deemed him the Gas Masterson.
You really did call him the Gas Masterson.
I did. I couldn't help it. Do you think he knows what that means? I mean, it's pretty much, right?
I mean, he probably hasn't been around you enough to realize that that's, you know, X speak, but I'm sure he gets it. I mean,
that is
it's a compliment.
Total compliment.
You are a Gas Masterson.
My man's got one walk and 50 punch-outs. I mean, nobody has done that, right?
No,
not even Uehara.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, this kid, you know, sky's the limit for him. I mean, you know, he's in a situation where everybody's digging him right now, right? And he's got a lot of bullets left because he hasn't been pitching his whole life. Wonder what that feels like. Imagine just starting to pitch when you're in your 20s or something.
A long way to go.
Yeah, because he used to rake. He used to be a first baseman. Had some issues with his knees and rehabbing. He finally said, maybe I'll just try pitching. Go try pitching. He goes, A-ball, AA, AAA, big leagues. Boom, just like that.
Out to right field, and Stephen Vogt is there to make the catch. It ends the inning. 3 fly ball outs, so 1-2-3 7th, and a 5-1 Red Sox lead. $50 to the Sean Thornton Foundation to help find a cure for Parkinson's disease and pediatric cancer. To learn more, log on to echostore.com. EchoStore Technologies, your data center solutions provider. Beautiful day in Oakland, and so far so good for the Red Sox. Able to score early as they get 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth for John Lester, who's given up 1 unearned run and works his way here into the bottom of the 7th inning. Derek Norris, the catcher, will lead it off here for the Oakland A's in the 7th. Norris, Moss, and Castro scheduled to bat in the inning. Norris reaching on an error in the second inning. He would score the A's run, and then he fouled out to Mike Napoli. Lester with strike one, getting that call. Hasn't been a huge strikeout day like last time he faced the A's when he had 15 strikeouts. Today 4 Ks as he works to the first batter here at the bottom of the 7th inning.
That's a pitch he doesn't throw a lot, that curveball. But when he's got it going on, they never see that curveball. It's just sort of a weapon he can leave in his pocket and all of a sudden use it right at the right time because he doesn't really need it. Cutters down and in. And that changeup, you don't even see it all that much. But over the years, he's developed a much better changeup. And, with that cutter, he does a lot of things with the cutter. He really does. Cutter down and in. He throws backdoor cutters. He'll throw cutters at left-handed hitters right at their hip and do that. And his velocity, he doesn't care about throwing 95. I mean, he can get it up there. But to me, it's all about command. He has much better command than, I can't help but go back to when he first came up, right? Mm-hmm. He was skinnier too, but I remember we used to always say, how long this kid can't go deep in the game. Remember, he's throwing 100 pitches in 4 innings.
Trouble getting ahead too. It seemed like he was behind a lot of people, and strike one was important for everybody, but certainly important for him early in his career.
But I think it took him a year or two to think he didn't have to throw the ball as hard as he could. Because you get to the big leagues and you think, I have to go max effort to get these major league hitters out, and then you finally figure it out that 90%. I could dot, I could paint with this stuff and do it, have better command. And that just comes with, experience. And then he's added a couple things. He used to just be a fastball cutter, wasn't it? And then he developed that little changeup and then the little curveball. But for the most part, when you think of John Lester, you think cutter. The right-handed hitter's thinking cutter down and in. And then there's that. And when you get a nice umpire, he calls that sometimes.
First walk allowed by Lester opens up this bottom of the 7th inning. Well, on Tuesday's Red Sox Report, relive some of the most memorable segments in Red Sox Productions archives. Take a look back at the 1975 Fall Classic, Fenway Park's 100th anniversary celebration, and much more. Catch all that Tuesday at 5 on the Red Sox Report. Derek Norris at first base, a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox going to the shift on the right side here on Brandon Moss. Took over for Kyle Blanks, who incidentally left the game with a left calf strain. The report from the Oakland A's. So Moss batted in the 4th, single to right, now bats here in the 7th. And takes ball 1.
That was a big play in this game if you really go back to it. It was a 3-1 game, and hard ground ball to short, and normally they were playing back, giving up the run, and then they threw him out at the plate.
Could not score, could not run, as it turned out. And re-injured a calf muscle that had been bothering him. To center, Jackie Bradley Jr. out there. Makes the catch for the first out of the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union, tomorrow at 9:30. TC and Jim Rice will preview John Lackey's start and have the latest from inside the Sox clubhouse. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? One out, one on, and Alberto Callaspo coming up. In the dirt to Callaspo. 4 hits today for the Oakland A's against John Lester. Callaspo has a double and the RBI. Oof. Not getting the calls. 2-0. He is not now anyway.
Now you got to have that. That's a strike. Gibson setting up on the inside part of the plate. He's just guessing on the ball outside. I mean, how can you see that ball in the outside corner?
Down the line at third, but foul. Lung cancer is the #1 cancer of women. Donate to the American Lung Association at any CVS Pharmacy location. Now through June 29th, CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. Two-one pitch. Chopped up the middle. Herrera flips to second for one, on to first for two. Double play. It's Lester and the Red Sox out of the inning. We played 7. Red Sox have a 5-1 lead. As we head into the 8th inning, it's time now for the AT&T fan photo of the game. Tweet your photo to hashtag #NESSANFanPhoto for a chance to be shown on our broadcast, brought to you by AT&T. Today's fan photo is from Galen Holt, who sends in a picture of Brock Holt's nephew, who's ready to play ball like his uncle. And Brock Holt today with a base hit back in the first inning, and these Red Sox enjoy a 5-1 lead to the 8th inning. The pitcher is Ryan Cook into the game here for the Oakland A's, their third arm of the day. 20th appearance for Cook, 0-1 with a 4.34 earned run average. 20 strikeouts, 14 walks, and opponents sitting at 217 against Cook. He will deal with David Ortiz, Mike Napoli, and Johnny Gomes scheduled to bat in the inning. David does not have a hit today, 0 for 3.
We saw Cook the other night through a couple of innings, and there's some concern by the A's, wondering if Cook could come back to forearm trouble that he's had. But a couple of years ago, he was on the All-Star team for this team, and sort of came out of nowhere. They keep seeming to find more and more arms, don't they? I mean, it's amazing.
Incredible. All the injuries that they've endured to their rotation as well, their starters. Guys that they were planning on for the season. Ortiz with a healthy cut right there.
Ortiz has had some wild swings today, hasn't he?
Off balance.
Yes. So unlike him.
And for Ryan Cook, he's appeared now in 8 games since coming off the DL on June 3rd. With a strained right forearm, missed 22 games. Ortiz right into the shift. Nick Quinto, a bobble, time to recover, and throws out David Ortiz. Have a son or daughter who want to learn more about baseball or their favorite Red Sox players? Now you can with the all-new NESSONClubhouse.com. It has videos, games, and a whole lot more. It's fun, free, and easy to use. NESSONClubhouse.com. One out in the 8th inning from Mike Napoli. He has walked, singled, and homered today. Been on base 3 times. Home run for Napoli, his 8th of the year. Picked up his 29th RBI. Jim Johnson, who came on after Malone. Malone gave up all 5 runs the Red Sox have in his 5 innings. But Jim Johnson, 2 innings, giving up a hit, no runs. Didn't walk anybody, nor did he strike anybody out. And now Ryan Cook pitching here in the 8th.
Like we said last at bat with Napoli, it was a great sign to see him hit this ball out the other way, supplying his own power. A little changeup by Malone, and he hits it over the 362 marker. But that is a great sign. Red Sox on the year, 55 home runs now, which is way off of any kind of pace they've had in years previous. So this guy's a big part of it. I mean, you expect him to hit you. What did he hit? 23 last year. I mean, you expect him to hit 25. I mean, he was hurt there for a while. The finger gave him a lot of trouble, but you need Napoli to be your man, or the Red Sox aren't going anywhere.
Well, picks up first strikeout for Ryan Cook here with 2 down in the 8th.
And he puts him away with a high piece of cheese. Looks late on it, tries to yank. Opposite swing of what he did trying to go deep.
Unique Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. 2 down in the inning for Johnny Gomes. Gomes with 2 hits in the game, single to drive in 2 runs. Big first inning for the Red Sox. After having so many chances early in games not to score, they took advantage today. And thanks to Johnny Gomes with 2 outs, drove in 2 runs.
And you're right, that was the big hit. Let him off the hook again. It's like, I feel like we've been letting everybody off the hook every night.
Gomes cashed in and drove in his 26th and 27th runs of the year. Also singled in the 3rd inning. Now grounds 1 foul. I want to remind you to stay tuned tonight following WB Mason Extra Innings Live for Red Sox Final presented by Esurance. Send your questions to TC at #SoxFinal. Maybe yours will be answered on Red Sox Final presented by Esurance. Popped up, foul ground, and this one's going to land harmlessly by the pen.
But you go back to the home run thing. I said 55 home runs that the Red Sox have. What's it take? I mean, you score runs the way you score runs, right? But power is a big deal, right? Can you get by with 150 home runs and win the thing offensively? I mean, probably so. I mean, see a team like Kansas City that doesn't hit home runs.
On the ground up the middle into center field, and Johnny Gomes has his 3rd hit of the day. Nice offensive day today for Johnny Gomes. Well, you're looking at the breakdown yesterday, and I think it was part of the Open. What is the difference between last year and this year? Something like 30 home runs?
Right.
With like
80
to
something,
55?
right. It had to be close to 30 home runs.
30 home runs difference between this year's edition of the Red Sox in, 74 games at the time.
Right. But, the Red Sox are a double team, right? They always lead the team, the league in doubles.
Because
every
of the
year.
wall, or?
I don't know. I mean, it's a doubles ballpark, Fenway Park. And once again, all the base on balls, the on base percentage is there. And the on base percentage is there this year. Well, just back to the runners in scoring position thing. Not a lot of clutch hits. How long are we going to, bury the outfield for not being, par for the course?
This is line to right field. It's going to get in. Johnny Gomes heading for 3rd base and maybe beyond. As it's dug out by Vogt, Gomes going to try and score, and he will. Throw goes to 3rd, and that is late. Red Sox take a 6-1 lead. All this coming with 2 outs in the inning. And Jonathan Herrera driving in the Red Sox 6th run.
I'll tell you what, Herrera swinging the bat good both sides. Foul ball, home run. I know it didn't count from the right-hand side, but you see here from the left-hand side, he gets a fastball that he just yanks down the right field line. And as soon as it got down there, I knew that Gomes had a chance to score on this. You see him getting it coming around second. He's going to score easy. The cutoff throw goes to Moss, and Moss tries to throw out Herrera at third, but he's in easy.
Rolled a triple for Herrera as Ross has had a good day today. And Ross homered a solo shot in the 2nd inning and then singled in the 6th inning. 2nd triple of the year for Jonathan Herrera. Well, Ryan Cook was able to get Ortiz and Napoli pretty quickly. Ground out strikeout, but single for Gomes, triple for Herrera. Red Sox adding on to their lead. Tardy on the fastball at 94 miles an hour.
Kind of sneaky with that fastball, too. A little short on.
Swing and a miss, and Ross strikes out. Red Sox add a run for John Lester, who's got a 6-1 lead now for the Red Sox. Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Now we head to the bottom of the 8th inning back at O.Co Coliseum. 6-1. Red Sox get another run in the top half of this inning. Stephen Vogt leading it off for the A's and taking strike one. 0 for 2 today. Reaching on a fielder's choice in the 2nd and grounding out to first base in the 5th. Pitch number 100 for John Lester is in there for strike 2. Burke Badenhop is up in the pen now for Boston. Lester pitching into the 8th inning. Just off the outside edge.
Everything seems so compact for Lester. He never gets out of his. Never really gets out of his windup. I mean, everything is just solid.
He has pitched 8 innings twice this year.
Remember he had trouble last year about the All-Star break. He was tweaking with it. Got to get on top of the ball. He's going sideways, he said.
There's a pop-up sending Bogaerts back, and Xander will get there on the dive. The catch and fair ground as it turned out. Xander Bogaerts with a nice play for the first out here of the bottom of the 8th. Well, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Men's Warehouse, proudly introducing Joseph Abood. DC and Jim Rice will have a preview of the Sox-Mariners series. Also have scores and news from around the majors. That's tomorrow at 9 p.m. on NESN.
Just not an easy sky today, and makes it more difficult than it is. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to be him. I mean, you got to pick up the ball, and it ends up being in fair territory too. It brings you to your knees trying to make catch.
One down here in the 8th inning. Nick Punto, the batter. Punto struck out in the 2nd, lined out to right in the 5th. To deep short on the backhand. Herrera's off-balance throw is going to be in time. Nice play by Jonathan Herrera at shortstop. Able to get Nick Punto for the 2nd out of the 8th.
I mean, Herrera has done his thing. He's shown us a lot of options you can go to. I mean, you see this arm right here. This is a big arm. Jump and throw in time to get Punto, who's diving. Looked like a base hit off the bat. I didn't know if he can get enough on this throw, especially jumping in the air, and yes, he did.
Well, Punto could smell a hit there, but he is out.
I tell you what, Herrera has gotten more and more important. They've used him more and more. We've seen him from both sides of the plate. At the beginning of the season, we thought, not much there. He can't really hit, right? And he bunted a few times here and there. Didn't play all that much.
No. Made the team because the Red Sox really didn't have somebody who could back up at shortstop. He made the team ahead of Brock Holt at the time, as you might remember.
Right.
Because Holt, of all the positions that they needed somebody to back up, nobody was at shortstop behind Xander Bogaerts.
But he has really come around. He's gotten his opportunity, and there's a reason why, because he has made the most of it.
And getting hit is Craig Gentry.
That's a major misfire right there. I know he tries to throw Barry balls down and in with that cutter, but this ball is way down and in. I don't know where it got him, in the back shin or in the back of his calf or what. It was behind him.
Well, Gentry, a former teammate of Mike Napoli's in Texas, as they chat at first base here with 2 down in the 8th. Jed Lowry coming up. Baseball has come out onto the field from the bullpen. Brock Holt's going to go get it in right field.
"107 pitches into this start this inning, and he'll be gone."
Jed Lowry had a base hit back in the 3rd inning, 1 for 3 in the game. There goes a runner at first, and the throw from Ross is going to be not in time. So the A's are running down 5 runs.
Well, he could fly like he can, and this guy can get it. He doesn't even take a big lead. I don't think that Lester really was concerned with him, and he's not going to get thrown out. I mean, he's just too quick. I mean, he and Coco Crisp give them a 1-2 punch as far as stealing bags.
2-0 pitch. Lowry will take it, and it's ball 3. 110 now for Lester.
He'd like to finish this inning, but Badenhoff has been hot. I mean, he's ready down there. Cespedes on deck.
Lowry taking, and he will take ball 4.
I think you got to go get him.
Second walk given up by Lester, and John Farrelly is out to get him. So John Lester trying to go 8 innings for the 3rd time this season. Comes up short, hits a batter, walks a batter with 2 outs in the 8th inning. And Burke Badenhoff will be coming in here for the Red Sox. Boston with a 6-1 lead. Six to 1 Sox on top with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Yoenis Cespedes ready to face Burke Badenhoff. Strike 1 from Badenhoff. And John Lester got 2 outs in the inning, but a hit batter and a walk. Red Sox longest relief streaks, 32 1/3 innings without giving up an earned run for Burke Badenhoff. And Koji's 33 2/3, and Dick Raditz.
I'll tell you what, this has been an incredible run by Burke Badenhoff. I mean, sinker master, gotten ground balls galore. He's coming to a lot of games behind. This one happens to be when they're ahead. So, got more and more confidence. How could you not with this streak of success?
Leonard's second takes off, no throw from Ross, as taking third is Gentry. And a stolen base for him, second of the inning.
Nobody's paying attention right here, and I think that Lowry should be following him, but he didn't.
Well, Badenhoff coming in with 2 inherited runners. Two 1. Chopped up the middle and into center field. A base hit. Gentry will score. The A's get their second run. And it's now 6-2, an RBI single for Cespedes.
Just out of the reach. You're seeing just out of the reach of Badenhoff. Looks like a ground ball right back to him. Little topspin ground ball. He just can't get his glove on it. And this ball takes a hop over his head and gets into center field. With the dive with Pedroia, can't get there. RBI single by Cespedes. And it's a 6-2 game. Donaldson at the plate.
That run is charged to Lester, who's still responsible for Jed Lowry at second base. So the second run that Lester is charged with, and Josh Donaldson, the batter, 0 for 3 today. Donaldson is fouled out, struck out, flied out to right.
One swing of the bat, and it's a different ball game right here.
A's have had a flair for the dramatic, certainly in this series.
He's trying to throw that sinker paint away.
Behind the mound here in the midst of a meeting with himself.
Nothing tricky. This is going to be a sinker.
Ball 3.
Will not give it to him.
2 of the 3 pretty close pitches.
The ball's coming back. It's starting away and it's coming back, trying to catch the corner. You see this late sink on this, trying to catch the corner. Doesn't go sideways enough to catch it, but it looks pretty good right there.
That's a strike, and it's 3-1.
That ball had a lot of run on it, but he looked like he just laid it right in there.
Strike 2. Badenhop battles back.
How about that? Won't give him the low one, give him the high one. This is supposed to be a sinker that's supposed to sink. That's an ugly sinker. He's lucky he got that. A little makeup, really.
First and second, 2 down. Red Sox on top by 4 right now. Line into left field, a base hit. Lowry being waved around. He will score, and it is a 3-run game now. All 3 runs charged to John Lester. 2 inherited runners allowed to score by Burke Badenhop.
Once again, he's not going to trick anybody. Just looking sinker. Ball sink a little bit, but he gets to it and just yanks this ball into the 5-hole. Ball's hit solidly. Herrera can't get to it. It's a 6-3 game. This is a very, very, very interesting game right now. We got Norris at the plate with some power, and they're going to leave Badenhop in to face him. Got Miller out in the bullpen waiting to face a left Moss that's on deck.
Norris reached on an error in the second, fouled out in the fourth, walked in the seventh. There's 8 home runs on the year.
Got to keep this sinker down. You can live with a ground ball base hit.
On the ground and into center field, a base hit. Cespedes being waved around. No throw, and it's now 6-4. Here come the A's. All of this coming with 2 outs. And that run is charged to Badenhop to break up his streak.
Well, eventually it was going to happen, his streak. This is a high sinker. He hits it in no man's land right up the middle, but he hit it firm. Base hit to score the 4th run, and now Andrew Miller has got to get out a left-hander.
A's have scored so far 3 times here in the 8th. 2 of the runs charged to Lester. 1 to Badenhop to break up his streak of earned runs.
Well, this is what the A's can do. Moss was the guy that was supposed to be hitting, and we're going to get Coco Crisp.
First and second. And Crisp, who's had a flair for the dramatic, takes strike 1. Donaldson at second, Norris at first. Lined and caught. It's shortstop by Herrera. Able to make the grab. 3 runs scored for the A's, though it's now a 2-run game. 6-4 Boston. Baseball Nesson is brought to you by Vermont Cows, making you the best dairy. Learn more at vermontdairy.com. The new Scion TC, Sullivan Tire and Auto Repair, Kia Dealers of New England, and by Southwest Airlines. Welcome back to O.Co Coliseum as things have gotten interesting. Red Sox had a 6-1 lead. It is now 6-4. Craig Gentry moves from center field to right field as Coco Crisp stays in the game in center. And moving from right field to first base is Stephen Vogt. Leading it off for the Red Sox here in the 9th inning is Jackie Bradley Jr. facing the new pitcher as he'll miss down and away. Dan Otero into the game here for the Oakland A's. Otero, who has appeared a couple times in this series, makes his 35th appearance of the year. 6-1 with a 2.20 earned run average, 21 strikeouts to 7 walks, and opponents hitting at .234 against Otero. Bradley 1 for 3 today, singled back in the 2nd inning. Red Sox got a run in the 8th, and that was off Ryan Cook. A triple by Herrera looms large now for the Red Sox.
It really does. You think all is well. Lester's got 2 outs. Next thing you know, he hits somebody, walks somebody.
It's chopped up over the mound towards Punto at second base. 1 down in the 9th. Well, tune in tonight at 10 p.m. for NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. Jameson and Leo will have USA versus Portugal highlights and look at the Bruins' full schedule, which was released today. See what know-how can do. One out in the ninth inning, Brock Holt. 1 for 4 days, singled back in the first inning, a base hit to right, and scored one of 2 runs the Red Sox gathered in that first inning. Holt will take strike 1. Looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth inning, it'll be the bottom third of the Oakland A's order. Callaspo, Vogt, and Punto scheduled to bat. Anybody gets on, Craig Gentry will have a chance. It's pretty solid contact with runners at first and second by Coco Crisp, but Jonathan Herrera at shortstop able to make the catch.
He hit that ball every bit as hard as the 3 singles before that, if not harder.
Two and 1 to Brock Holt. On the ground, back picked by Otero. Falling off in that direction, and he throws to first, 2 down. But they'll miss WB Mason extra innings live right after the game. The guys will break down John Lester's start. We'll have John Farrell's post-game comments. You can't go wrong when you buy right at WB Mason. 2 down in the ninth as Koji Uehara prepares in the pen. Looks just about ready. Xander Bogaerts batting. 0 for 4 today is Xander.
Koji coming in yesterday in a kind of a weird situation. You never see him on the road to hold the score where it is, but they almost had to. Only threw 1 pitch.
Yeah, Coco jumped on him right away.
Farrell has used Uehara on the road to pitch 2 innings, which you don't see very often from a closer.
Bogaerts taking the strike, 1-1. He's now 0 for 4 today and 0 for his last 16 at the plate. Almost got hit. Straightened him up, 2-1.
First 2 times up, hit fly balls to left field that I thought that he thought too that he just missed. Pretty good swings at it off of Malone.
Righties are hitting at just 189 against Otero. Line to left field, and that's going to get in for a base hit for Xander Bogaerts. So he breaks up that 0 for 16 string with a 2-out base hit here in the ninth inning.
Well, he didn't get a sinker that time. He got a little breaking ball that he could handle up and just flip that ball to left field. Otero is just a sinker baller, what he is, and he throws him a spinner that he goes out and hooks down the left field line there. He needed that hit badly.
Red Sox have 12 hits in the game now, and everybody's got a hit with the exception of David Ortiz in the starting 9. Bogaerts at first, 2 down. Pedroia 1 for 4 today, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. Foul tipped it into the catcher's mitt that time. Pedroia fouls it off to the right, down 0-2.
Looked like Pedroia had a plan to hit that ball to right field because that ball got in on him and he had that little right field stroke. He was fighting it on.
Outside, not going to chase that. 1-2. David Ortiz waiting on deck. With 2 outs here in the top half of the 9th inning, Red Sox would love to add a run here. So it is a 2-run advantage. For the first, and diving back is Bogaerts. The 1-2. Pedroia may have gone. They check he did. Strikes out to end the top half of the 9th inning. We head for the bottom of the 9th. Red Sox have a 2-run lead. Lester goes 7 2/3 innings today. He's charged with 3 runs, 2 earned as it works out. Johnny Gomes with a big day, 3 for 4. Mike Napoli with a home run. So does David Ross. As Malone on the hook today, the starter for the Oakland A's, went 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, 5 of the 6 that the Red Sox have in the game. And it is 6-4 to the bottom of the 9th we go. And Koji Uehara into the game for Boston. His 34th appearance, 2-1 with a 0.83 earned run average. 15 for 15 in save opportunities. This is a save opportunity. 43 strikeouts to 4 walks. And Alberto Callaspo to lead it off here for the Athletics. Callaspo taking ball 1. A double to drive in a run in the 2nd inning. Since then, he has grounded out twice, last time into a double play. Sox fans, enter the Red Sox World Series ring raffle for your chance to win incredible Red Sox World Series ring prizes. Grand prize is an 04, 07, and 2013 Red Sox World Series ring. To purchase raffle tickets and learn more about the 2nd and 3rd prizes, go to Red Sox ring raffle. Down to first, Napoli will tag the bag for the first out of the 9th. Well, with 1 down here in the 9th inning, the Red Sox organization is mourning the loss of Jack Lancelotti, who together with his girlfriend Jessica Campbell died after being struck by a vehicle that was involved in an accident last evening in Boston's Back Bay. Lancelotti, 28, was a manager of Red Sox productions, game operations, a position to which he had risen in 7 years with the club. The Emmy Award winner produced the video and scoreboard entertainment on a daily basis at Fenway Park. Also has many vignettes that entertain fans between innings, as well as features on the award-winning Red Sox report that runs weekly here on Nesson, and we send our condolences as well. One out as Vogt swings through that pitch.
Once again, Koji going to work with that split finger, gets a weak ground ball by Cayespo, and then you see the weak swing by Vogt. He could probably feature that split finger like a knuckleballer, just one after another. But he slips that cheese by here and there too. That 88, look out.
In the air to right field, struck well down towards the corner. Holt back, and that ball is going to be gone. Home run for Stephen Vogt brings the Oakland A's within a run.
Thank goodness for that second run he had to work with. Herrera's triple. That's the game right now. We just start talking about split fingers, and he just hung one big time. 0-2 to Vogt, and he has been hot. He's been swinging a hot bat with the A's. You see the split finger does nothing. Middle, he turns on this ball, and it gets out of the ballpark in a hurry. You see Holt take one look at it, it's gone.
Fourth home run that Uehara has allowed on the season. McQuinto 0 for 3, batting out of the number 9 spot. Will foul it off to the left out of play.
Then again, when you throw too many split fingers, you can always hang one. And he did. But luckily he has the room to work with. Simple as that.
Quinto gets jammed and pops it up. Herrera to short left. Will put it away. 2 down here in the 9th. One out to get for Koji Uehara.
You see the fastball up to Punto, just beats him. Beats him bad. Just trying to make contact, and he pops it up. Jaso's a little scary, you know, because he's got the power to flip one out.
He is pinch hitting here for Craig Gentry. John Jaso, 267, 6 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Bats with 2 outs, bases empty.
He's already got 1 pinch hit home run this year.
Sign coming out onto the field out there. Jackie Bradley Jr. running it down. Flip it over the wall. It's a Coco Crisp sign.
I believe he took Fieri deep earlier this year in Anaheim.
Jaso in the air to right field. Holt back at the wall, and amazingly the game is tied. The A's have had a flair for the dramatic in this series. They have homered twice. The unthinkable off Koji Uehara, and the game is tied.
You gotta be kidding me.
First blown save of the season for Uehara.
Are you kidding me? First pitch, fastball, bridge. I'm telling you, he's quick inside. This ball, as soon as he hit it, I knew it was gone. I mean, this ball is gone way back. See ya.
They've erased what was a 5-run deficit. Now Lowry will foul it back to the screen.
Hanging split finger to Vogt, and then you see what Jaso did. He can hit a fastball, and he's only got 88. I mean, it happens. You can't do this stuff forever.
Lowry grounds it softly down the first baseline. Uehara will flip underhanded for the out. It will send us to extra innings in Oakland with the game tied 6-6. Lake's Beef Jerky. Well, we head to the 10th inning back in Oakland. Amazingly, 2 home runs allowed by Koji Uehara, both solo shots, 1 a pinch hit home run for John Jaso. And changes here. Stephen Vogt, who started the game in right field, went to first base, now goes back to right. And Punto is now at third base. Into the game at second is Eric Sogard. And moving from third to first is Alberto Callaspo. Fernando Abad into the game here for the Athletics as Ortiz fouls the first pitch off to the left.
Well, Ortiz was hoping to not get this at bat, but he hasn't got a hit today. He's going to get a chance to for the first time. But you thought this game was well in hand. How could you not? I mean, that's how spoiled we've been for so long.
2-run lead with Koji coming in, no problem. Problem today. Uehara's first blown save of the season.
I mean, he is stunned.
Ortiz fouls it straight back. And remember, the Red Sox not to have a base hit today of the starting 9.
You know, the 0-2 pitch to Vogt. You know, the split finger. I think he threw him 3 in a row. Something he could pull. I mean, it's okay. Anybody can take you deep. And you got a 2-run lead, no big deal. But Jaso gets up there and he throws him a fastball middle in, and he didn't miss it. You got to be careful coming in.
In the dirt for ball 1. Red Sox are 4-7 in extra inning games. Ortiz to center field. Back goes crisp at the wall, and it is gone. Big Papi takes it out of the yard to left center. The Red Sox answer in the 10th and take a 7-6 lead. David was the only member of the starting 9 not to have a hit. He does now.
How about that? He drove this ball on a line. I said, how's it going to get out of here? You don't think he hit it high enough. Look, this ball's down. He almost golfs this thing, but he just, I didn't think it had enough, but he stung it. And you see Coco on his horse right there, runs out of room, ball's out of here. That's when answering was answering right there.
Now Mike Napoli on a check swing will take ball 1.
Ortiz had some ugly swings, you know, wild, ugly swings all day. And then he does that.
Napoli on the ground, left side. On the move is Punto. His throw is in time for the first out of the inning. So Big Papi has put the Red Sox back on top again after they saw a 5-run lead go by the boards. Boston on top now by a run. Looking ahead. A tough part of the Oakland A's order coming up. Cespedes, Donaldson, and Norris expected in the bottom of the 10th. And nobody warming in the Red Sox pen, so more Koji.
Yeah,
apparently.
you think Koji's coming back out. He's got to get it going again.
Now Gomes down the left field line. This will be a foul ball. Gomes making a bid for his 4th hit of the day. Holmes will pop it up. The catcher Norris backpedaling, may need some help here, but no, he's going to make the catch in front of his pitcher Fernando Abad. 2 down.
I think somebody would give him some help.
So 2 down here in the 10th inning, and Herrera coming up. He tripled to drive in a run his last time up. Gave the Red Sox at the time their 6th run. Ball 1.
I'll tell you what, Ortiz has hit some game-saving home runs. Kind of home runs that could have, I mean, if he didn't, it would have just crushed this team. There have been several of them. Obviously, the one in Detroit. There was one in Atlanta that was huge. Last homestand that tied it up.
Morris went down hard and in some pain. Might have been on the backswing on the back of the head.
And that happens all the time. You see it happen all the time now. And it's like, thank goodness they put a helmet on, but sometimes it doesn't matter. They go right through the mask. Look at this thing. He's going to, look at that. Knock the mask right side of his head. I mean, how do you protect yourself from something like this? I mean, you can't. I mean, that's awful. Yeah, he took one off his forearm the other night.
Yeah, had to leave the game.
He came back out and then left the next inning. But this is serious.
I saw the reaction of home plate umpire Greg Gibson right away that they needed help.
They have 3 catchers on this team. Obviously, Jaso that just went deep off of Uehara and Vogt.
Now Vogt coming off the field from right field. Looks like he will be going in behind the plate to do the catching here. As they continue to check on Derek Norris. It is the backswing of Jonathan Herrera that gets him.
You know, he's setting up inside, and I mean, there's nothing you could do about that. Even with the full helmet gear.
He's to his feet here, but still does not look too solid on his feet. He will leave the game slowly as he heads over towards the dugout. So Norris to the clubhouse here, as Vogt will now head out to talk to Abad, the pitcher, and play his 3rd position of the day, right field, first base, and now doing the catching.
I've never seen a team that has so much versatility. I mean, guys going every which way. Now Punto is going to go out to right field. Donaldson comes in, play 3rd.
So now the pitcher spot would be where Norris was.
Right.
And they would lose the DH. And that is the third spot in the order coming up in the bottom of the 10th inning.
Hello.
So Punto now in right field. Donaldson, who had been off defensively until this point, DHing. And the Oakland A's now with Norris leaving the game. Both behind the dish as the at bat here for Herrera will continue with 2 down here in the 10th inning, and the Red Sox now on top 7-6. Count of 1-2 here to Herrera. Ground ball back to Abad on the high hop. His throw is in time to get Herrera and to end the 10th. 17th home run of the year for David Ortiz has given the Red Sox 7-6 lead. Another chance for Koji Uehara to wrap this up. Got a 2-run lead. First blown save of the year. Gave up solo home runs to Stephen Vogt and John Jaso in the bottom of the 9th inning. David Ortiz gives the Red Sox a 7-6 lead with a home run of his own in the top half of the 10th inning. Now it is Cespedes who leads it off in the bottom of the 10th. And takes strike one.
Wasn't trying to throw that pitch right there, that's for sure. That ball's coming back right to him. He's got to get it all geared up again, Uehara. Felt awful, and now he's got to go back there and get a W here.
More action for the Athletics. Francis warming in the pen. They've been up earlier in the game. Popped up right side of the infield. Pedroia, Napoli. Pedroia onto the outfield grass to make the catch for the first out of the 10th. Pulling a doubleheader at the office, W.B. Mason's wide selection of Green Mountain Coffee K-Cup packs will keep you running and guarantees to satisfy any fan base. Order by 11:30 a.m. and get free same-day delivery. Who but W.B. Mason? One out in the 10th inning for Koji Uehara.
Question is, who's going to hit after Donaldson? Got to worry about Donaldson first, but they've run out of players. They had to. Somebody's got to hit in Norris's slot.
There's nobody on deck right now. There's a breaking ball in there for a strike right at the top of the zone. Looks like Doolittle has grabbed a Badek, and he is going to be coming out. So the closer is going to hit here. He lost the DH when Donaldson had to come into the game at third. In there for strike 2.
Boy, Gibson has had a weird strike zone all day, excuse me.
In the dirt, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Donaldson strikes out. 2 down in the 10th inning.
Boy, he threw that split in the right spot. It never was a strike. This ball is down all the way in the dirt. He chases. Uehara's first strikeout. Now he's got to face Doolittle, the closer for the A's, who used to be a position player.
I was going to say that. You mentioned earlier how he used to be a position player. First major league plate appearance for him.
We sure don't want him to hurt himself and come out of his shoes. I mean, even though he knows what he's doing, I wonder when the last time he took batting practice.
Takes strike 1. Two outs here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
You know, this never happens in a game where a pitcher has to hit in the American League. Strange, strange game.
Ross asked for time, got it from Greg Gibson. Uehara has 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th inning with a 1-run lead. Outside. Doolittle can somehow find his way on. Coco Crisp would be next.
I think he keeps throwing him split fingers, make him chase.
Doolittle hits a ground ball right side. Pedroia's got it. Throw to first. Red Sox win. They salvage the final game of this 4-game series, and not before some drama and a valiant comeback by the Oakland A's today to erase a 5-run deficit to tie it up 6-6 and force extra innings. But Big Papi David Ortiz with a big home run, and the Red Sox with the victory in their first of this West Coast trip. A 7-6 final once again. From Oakland, we now send it back to Boston and Tom Caron.